Okay.
Ninth
Yeah, there
time's
we
the
go.
charm.
So 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 if you look at the first three, you'll see why it didn't work. It was a semicolon instead of a
Wow,
colon. Hate to see it.
genius.
I learned that in coding too. It'd be shit like that. Like fuck around, put a colon in the end of string or something, and it's supposed to be a semicolon. You just fucked the whole code up.
That's why Aliens, the game, was so bad. The AI in that game was terrible, all because they fucked up one colon somewhere. So the aliens wouldn't even chase after you; they would just go random places. I'm talking about that Aliens Colonial Marine game from like 7 years ago that
Yeah,
everybody said
Colonial
was
Marine. Yeah, I
garbage.
don't know what you're talking about. Where the AI
It
was
was yeah. They
hilariously
looked at the code and
terrible.
there was like one semicolon somewhere where it wasn't supposed to be, and it fucked the whole entire game up. But wouldn't they like double check
And
that or
that's
like
well, the problem is, again, I can't speak to their code. I only did like foundational coding, like the basic shit. But when you dealing with the amount of code that is in a video game, I mean, realistically, you can't even like control F it, right? Because there's supposed to be colons in there and there's supposed to be semicolons in there. There's just certain places they're not supposed to be at. So it's like spell check, right? Like like when you use the wrong there, you can't spell check that. You know what I mean? Like because it's the right there. You just got the wrong one. So it's like I don't know how you would. I don't know a quick way of just
no, I
finding that.
don't
You'd
know a
have to
quick way
literally
at all.
comb
But
through it.
isn't that literally their job to you know no
Comb through
not
code?
comb
No,
through
that is
no not comb
absolutely
through
not the
code, but
job of a
to
developer.
make sure that the product is decent before you ship it out. They said some shit fucked up with this game, but we about to put this out anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, look. I mean, if it required them to comb through code, then no, they didn't do it. Like, yeah. I mean, might have been a smaller studio, and they were just like, you know what? Let's just get some shit out.
I don't
Let's just get something out. We're
I don't
contractually
think it was a
obligated to do
small
one.
studio.
Let's get one.
Aliens Colonial Marines was made by 2K, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they just didn't know what the fuck they was
2K
doing.
as
Then
in the niggas that
maybe
made
so. I don't
Bioshock.
know.
Gearbox, the niggas that
You
made
know what it probably was?
Borderlands.
Oh yeah, it was probably. It's like you know how a lot of these games are good in concept, good in theory, and then once suits get involved, and once deadlines get involved, and once money becomes a problem, shit just starts to get wonky. So I imagine this is one of those games because the concept works. The concept is the type of game that people play to this day. So it's
Yeah, the
not like it would
concept
have
works
ever
because they
died
just
off.
came out
But
with another Aliens game called Fireteam Elite that people are still playing. So it's just that one
yeah,
game.
so that's what I'm saying. So like the concept, or even just the concept of you got one super strong nigga versus four, like that's it's a tale as old as time.
At least as old as Gears of War.
Yeah, well, no, nigga as old as Gears. Nigga, that shit's way older than that. I'm sure they had Super Nintendo games doing shit like that. Actually, that'd be hard as hell. They had Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Yo, that
Zombies
was one of
Ate
my
My
favorite
Neighbors.
Super
Never heard
Nintendo
of that.
games. Oh man, yo, that shit, you gotta get that on an emulator or something. That shit goes so hard. It was literally like you gotta save like your neighborhood from zombies, and it was 2 player, like split screen or same screen.
Shit,
But it was
they
like two
remade it
player,
for
and like
Switch.
it was
Yeah,
did that
it says
interesting.
limited
I did
run. I
not
don't know
know
if that
that.
means they stopped selling it.
I'm like, what? I have to pay like two
No,
hundred
it
fifty
says
dollars
thirty
to get a
four ninety
copy.
nine, but it says limited run. So I don't know if they're still selling because they did a limited run of a bunch of Mario games last year, like Mario Tennis and Mario Sunshine. But I don't think you can buy those anymore.
But on Switch
Yeah, on Switch
specifically, like the
specifically.
port, or just in, okay, I see. Yeah, Nintendo's is super sus when it
I
comes to
noticed that
that.
about a lot of Japanese games, like
Oh,
even Japanese fighting games. Whenever there's a cutscene, you'll get that notice that says like, uh, viewing this content has been turned off, and then once the cutscene is done, then you can go back to recording afterwards. Like they really don't want people to see their
this
games.
shit is so silly, bro. Like, and it's just to me, I just feel like it's tradition. Like it don't make any actual sense in most manners. It's like liability and tradition. I think those are the only two things that make sense. Like they feel like, all right, well, I don't want somebody to be able to, use my game, do something, and then they get caught up, and now I'm feeling like,
Yeah, I
even
don't
that's not
think
really how
it's
it works, right?
possible.
Like, if somebody hosts a Super Smash Bros. Tournament and there's such shit going on behind the scenes, no one's gonna look at Nintendo and expect y'all niggas to have some. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't you
What could
do
we have done?
anything? I'm sorry, I didn't know there was a tournament going down in Anaheim where people were being very toxic.
I didn't realize that people
Sorry,
were playing
what?
Smash Brothers Brawl in their basement and a fight broke out and somebody got shot.
No, he knew. No, they know that they're fighting hard against that. They know that for sure. They know how bad niggas want to play these games. They're just like, well, I'm not gonna do it. So quit asking. Oh, hold on. Before we go any further, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I know we've been talking like y'all not even hearing shit, but welcome. It's episode 18. Here with my humble host. Well, I don't know if he's humble, but I don't even know if I'm
Yeah, I'm
humble either.
definitely
I'm
not.
here with my host, the most damp hobo you've seen or met or even heard about. You know, it's legends of how. Nah, it's gonna sound sus, so
How
I'm not gonna
wet I
keep
am.
going. But take it away. Take it away, Mr. Damp.
You know, Moist Hobo isn't the only name that I go by. I also go by the Cummy Commander, Cummy Task Force, specifically on
Mm,
Modern Warfare.
okay. Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
I'm saying
Count
Count
Cummy.
Cumula.
I think I made another one for Overwatch. Once Overwatch went cross-platform, they had me make a new name, and it had something to do with Cum.
Filthy. Cum criminal. All right. Well, we're on the topic of video games. So
I've never played
while
a
we're
video
on the
game in my
topic,
entire life.
I don't even own video games. The last video game I played was a movie.
How 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 did that work?
Oh, it was Heavy
Ah,
Rain.
okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, one of them. Detroit become human.
One of them ones. I'm already human, and I've never been to
Wow.
Detroit. Did you become
No, I
human
became
there?
a
Or
robot there. It's like the exact opposite of the game.
Detroit become sentient?
I'm glad I grew out of them games.
All right,
Like
so
after Heavy Rain, games
grab
like
what
that.
games?
Immersive Sims,
Oh
is that what
yeah,
they're called?
I don't even know what you call them. They're like them shit, just like diet movies. Like I'm just like dog. Like it's just not. I'm not. It's not even action per se. It's
I
just
didn't
like
even
it's just
finish
not
Heavy
enough
Rain.
here.
I think I just
Like
got bored and looked up the ending online.
who did? Who did? I'm sure there's like 17 people who did, but like who really cared enough to keep going?
Uh, People that were forced at gunpoint to keep going. Video game reviewers that had to finish the
He
game
said
for content.
that that's Tails.
Let's players.
um. Oh yeah, let's play. I'm screaming. So which game we want to start on first, right? We got Back for Blood, we got Far Cry 6, we got
There's
Demon
even more
Slayer.
games. I just think it's crazy how
Of
we
course,
went
there's more
from
games.
a dry period of I don't know how many months of not having a single thing to play to having almost too much to play. Like you said, we got Back for Blood, Far Cry 6, Demon Slayer. We got Nickelodeon Smash Brawl Brothers All Star Death
All
Battle
Star
Destruction
Destruction
Royale.
Battle.
Um, I want to say next week, Guardians of the Galaxy is coming
Still
out.
got Deathloop.
Yeah, Deathloop.
I haven't been on
Well,
Deathloop in
I
a
would
little
have
bit.
counted Deathloop, but I just wanted to show just the massive amount of games that come out in December alone. I mean, not December. I mean
Forget December. I'm
October.
talking about the mass amount of games that came out in like the last 2 months.
Not even
Like
2 months. All these games we
literally,
talk
like
about, aside from Deathloop, came out this month. If we want, we could add Deathloop. It came out in
yeah.
September, but just October alone, Back for Blood, Demon Slayer, Far Cry, Nickelodeon.
Yeah, this
Fucking,
quarter, man. This quarter is
we would
starting
have
to
had
ramp
Battlefield,
up,
but they pushed
baby.
it back. Good thing they did. We don't need any people having seizures playing the game.
Interest. Yeah, word. So it's funny because Battlefield, we didn't even put Battlefield on the list, but boy, um, I don't know who else played the Battlefield. Who's listening? Who played the Battlefield Beta? But that shit. blew my fucking eyes out, dog. Like I was,
I know that game triggers
I
some
you know the
switches in
worst part was
people.
it had to, cause bro, I was watching some videos of people doing it, and like I knew it was coming, then it would show up, and I'd had to look away from the screen. Like I'm just, oh okay, that's rough. That's rough. It's like, do you remember the episode of Pokemon that got banned in America because it was giving kids fucking
Never seen it,
seizures?
but
Do
I
you
heard
remember
of
this?
it.
It was I saw the scene. That shit is aggressive. I
What
get
was
it.
the
I
episode?
wholeheartedly. 'Cause it's like I think it's like it's one of the episodes of like a polygon or a porygon, one of them. And there's a scene where I forgot what's happening in
And
the
the
scene,
light
but
is
like
like
the polygon or
reflecting off the
porygon either
Porygon.
yeah, uses a move or some
Oh
shit,
yeah.
and it like reflects off of the body of it, and this shit is like shit, and it's long too. It's not like it's just like a quick one. And, ooh, all right, we good. Like it's like 7 or 8. Like I dead had. I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna look down because my third eye is in flames right now.
Yeah, so that good thing they banned that. Good thing they banned Battlefield too.
My
Nobody's allowed to
thing,
play it anymore, ever.
the thing that pisses me off though is between Cyberpunk, where they apparently had something in Cyberpunk that was doing that shit too. It was like it's supposed to be like a helmet or something that they were putting on, or it was like some
I never saw
flashlights
it
or
when I was
whatever.
playing.
It's a lot of
I said I
these.
never saw it when I was playing
What'd you say?
Cyberpunk. But then again, I just must have had one of
Oh,
the good
well, yeah,
copies
there
because I
was.
didn't have too many bugs anyway. And I was on PS4, which is
Yeah,
ridiculous. I don't
yeah.
understand how I was just cruising and niggas on PS5 was.
Niggas is on PC with $3,000 rigs. Like, shit stinks.
I got my normal
Stink.
PS4, not even a Pro. That sound like a jet engine, and I'm running the game fine. The jet engine
That
just
shit
gives
was
it
racing.
character, so the game was like, I respect it. I'm gonna work for you. I give it a
Nah, I give it a
boost.
boost. It's like when you got a coach that's always yelling. Like, yeah, it's like one of them ones. You just geeked.
Geek.
But yeah, so what else we got? Boo Boo Boo. We got Back for Blood. Back for Blood was pretty
Was
hard. I mean, it is pretty hard. I seen a lot of people comparing it to Left 4 Dead, and I get why.
I mean, they should.
But it's just a yeah. I mean, they should, but at the same time, it's like, when did Left 4 Dead come out? Like,
A
let's be real
very
here.
long time, bro.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So like, the landscape of gaming has
Wait, when you
changed
say people
significantly
are
between
comparing it
now
to
and
Left 4
then.
Dead, are you saying like, are they disappointed because it's not what they wanted, like Left 4 Dead, or oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
the
essentially.
game is,
That's mostly what I've seen. Like people who are just like, I want Left 4 Dead, but
bro.
like again, and I'm just like, it does amaze me when people pick and choose when they want to
Yeah,
palette swap and when they don't. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like I'm not somewhat similar to that. But to me, I with this new generation of games costing $70, I don't really want too many palette
I want
swaps no
new
more.
experience.
I'm good with that. Like I don't want to. All right, remember the last game we had? We took 90% of the same assets and added 10% of new shit in. So it's virtually the same game with like some shaders and
I'd
shit. Like
rather
it
they
look a
just
little different. Like no, like an
completely,
Assassin's
instead of
Creed or something. Like
remasters, I
no,
want
I'm
them to
good.
just completely remake games from the ground up, like they did with Demon Souls. I don't want a remaster. I want a brand new.
Oh, you're bugging. That's work. That's
Well,
work. I won't do it.
the remake niggas should work.
I won't do it. No, no, no. I'm gonna think about it. It's the same thing the studios are doing, right? Where they're just remaking every movie. The script's 80% done. You just tweak a
See,
couple
that's
things, add
there's
some
no
social
point
issues in
in
there. Maybe.
remaking a movie if you're gonna do the same exact thing. It's already been done. Do something new. Shake some shit up.
Oh, buddy, you you haven't seen what I'm about to do to this movie that you've already seen
You're right.
before.
I'm not gonna see it because I've already seen it before.
No, you've only seen 85% of it. It's some new
Oh, but
stuff
look,
in here
it's
this
not
time.
like a new scene or anything. It's just sprinkled throughout the movie with some new dialogue. Or let me guess, you're gonna have some
Yeah,
new
every
cell
once in a while, there's a
phones
couple
because
of
it's
new
the future
sprinkles.
now, and that's like the main change. So in its modern day,
Ooh. See, back in the old one was all about a fax machine because that's what they had.
mm.
Now it's about cell phones. It's like, bro, it's the same movie. You just switched it to cell phones. That's not a different movie. They're like, no, but if it's the same movie, then why we got different actors?
Because if you had the
Hmm.
same actors,
Hmm.
it wouldn't be the same movie because they're all old as shit now.
He said, no, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
I
You don't
don't.
know anything about this. Okay, listen, 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 listen.
How
You know how
many
many
of them are
movies I put
good?
out? Okay, Nigga just and he named the movies he put out, and it's a million remakes and sequels.
Nothing original, huh?
So we've got Soul Plane 7, The Negro That Flew. We got Soul Plane 8, Soul, but no
So,
plane.
how's it? Uh, how's it soul playing then?
So in this one, right, it's Soul Plane. But remember, I said no plane. The plane, it's got like bedazzling and shit on it. Remember, I said no plane. You thinking of the wrong word, plane. It's a play on words, huh? No plane, like no regular,
If somebody says
uh.
some shit like
It don't matter. It's gonna get greenlit anyway. It's gonna get greenlit anyway. You hating. You hating. It's gonna get greenlit anyway. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get into the meeting. I'm gonna say it. They gonna clap. They gonna love this shit. You
do me
hating.
a favor. When you come to work tomorrow, make sure you're on time. I don't want you to be late.
He said there's something very
The
important
second
happening
you
when you
walk in
get
the door, it's
here.
gonna happen. So, you know, just make sure you're here.
And make sure you're smiling when you walk in, because I really want you to be in the mood for it.
Back to Back for Blood though. The only reason that I would consider comparing it to Left 4 Dead is because it's made by the same studio that made Left 4 Dead. But you can't expect it to be the same exact game
Right.
considering it's 2021. You know, some of the features in Left 4 Dead are outdated, so you got to update some stuff. Like the guns and the handling in this game, the shooting, it's all way better than Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Left 4 Dead, there
That
was no
I felt
sprinting,
that.
there was no aim down sight. You just point and click, like the most basic computer game. Yeah,
Niggas
Counter
playing
Strike,
Counter Strike.
fucking Half Life. That's what it was.
Counter
So,
Strike with mods.
like, Left 4 Dead is fun. I still play it from time to time on Steam with all the mods and everything. But this is a new game. Treat it like a new game.
No, never. I will always compare you to your predecessor, and then I will always let nostalgia win over
People
actual
always
hard
do that because
facts.
they tried to do the same shit with what was the other four-person co-op zombie game that had nothing to do with Left 4 Dead? Uh, World War
Mm.
Z. They tried to compare that to
Oh,
Left
World
4
War
Dead just
Z.
because
Yeah.
it's four people and you're fighting zombies. No, nowhere in
Yeah, I'm like,
production
bro,
did anybody
but
mention
niggas
Left
do that all the time. Niggas do that all the time. They will literally just sit up here and say, "Well, it's basically the same game. You walk around. It's an open world." I'm like, that does not make this the same game. That's not how the same game works. Like, that's like saying Far Cry 6 and Skyrim are the same game because there's an open world. Is that how this works? Is that how this works? I could just like make weird fucking comparisons and say it's the same thing. This is a side note, side tangent, but it's like with Fat Joe said, "The baby's the Tupac of the generation," and then you're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then he explains himself, and it's like, "Oh, because he's like, he's controversial." I'm like, "Nigga, do you know how many millions of other
Nigga,
comparisons
Kanye
would have
is
been better
controversial.
than Pac?"
Chris Brown.
We not even going that far, nigga. Bruh, my whole thing is like niggas will do this, right? Well, they'll say something like, "Oh, this is just like so and so," and there's like one thing in common with so and so, and I'm like, bro, it's not just like so and so. That's just the one feature they have in common. Oh, they both have save points. Wow, that's basically the same game, right? Like that's what like, bruh. How do you sit up here and say, "Oh, the baby Tupac"? Yeah, they're basically the same because people like are kind of mad at them. I'm like, okay, so Lil Pump is Tupac then,
Three
because
is
people were mad at him.
people
No,
that
it doesn't.
Jordan.
It doesn't work then, does it? No, no. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. People were mad at Lil Yachty too when he first dropped. That nigga's Tupac. That nigga's
Why are
Nelson
people mad at Lil
Mandela.
Yachty?
Matter
What
of
he
fact,
do?
he was the first mumble rap nigga, or the first of the first that really like went beyond the mumble rap, and niggas was just, yo, y'all really giving Stain and credit to this nigga. Oh, he just. And don't get me wrong, I hated Lil Yachty at first. I just did not like his music.
Yeah, he got better.
But he got better. But
I didn't honestly really listen to him when he first came out. Like I heard a few songs, I was like, okay. And I didn't hate on him. I just didn't listen to him. And then once he got better, then I was like, okay, I can fuck with this.
yeah, I just thought it was corny. Like I was just like, all right. But then it was like, all right, nigga's like 18. He just started rapping. All this shit adds up and it makes sense. This sounds like a nigga who's young who just started rapping. Okay, I can't really be that mad.
I remember the first song I heard from
But
him. It was on Tumblr, and it was that video with the Fox dude. And it's like, I know you want this. That was the
Yeah,
first song I
yeah, that
heard
was
on
the
him.
first song I heard, and I didn't care
I didn't
for it.
mind
Remember that nigga Kyle?
Kyle.
You remember that nigga?
Uh,
He was a rapper named Kyle,
Sounds
Kyle. That
familiar,
was it.
but
He was that nigga. I couldn't stand that nigga only because of the way he rapped. I didn't know him personally. He seemed like a decent guy, but it was just like it was like this fucking super poppy like it was like pop rap, like hyper pop rap. Like it just used to bother me because I was just like, dog, why are you? I hate like it's one of those things where like I'll hear rap and I always feel like that time of rap is corny. Like it's not like I don't know. It's hard for me to describe it. It's hard for me
like
to describe it, but it's like
I
it's a
mean,
lot of different
Lil Nas
types.
X, he kind of makes like
Uh,
pop rap, right?
yeah, yeah, but it just don't
Yeah, but
sound corny. Like it's certain niggas that sound corny. You get what I'm saying? Like it's certain niggas where it's just like, and Kyle was one of them niggas. He just
oh
had the
yeah,
voice. I guess that's what it was. Like the way he would rap his cadence. It was just like, dog, come on, do something with this. Freak it, mix it, add a little, add something in it, bro. You gotta figure something out because this ain't it. You just sound like a cheesy nigga that like was at a party and the girl said, "Go ahead and rap." And you started rapping. They were like, "Oh, you should take this seriously," and then you did. Like that's what it sound like that. But anyway, this is super tangent. We were definitely talking about video games. So we did Back for Blood. We can get back to Far Cry 6. Um, we got Giancarlo Stanton. Shout out to him.
damn. Shout out to the man. Yo, that game is fun as hell. You should play it since you got it.
Um, no, I was so first off, his name is
Uh,
not Giancarlo Stanton. That's an
I know.
outfielder in
That's why I
baseball.
just said
I call that nigga
that's
that every
easy,
time.
but
Dog. I was like, listen, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chief. You're a Yankee. It's just that simple. You're Giancarlo Stan. Damn, that nigga 6'6", 240. These baseball motherfuckers big as shit.
yeah, how
Anyway,
big?
what was I gonna say? Yeah, so Far Cry 6'6", 240. That nigga sturdy.
That's a solid oak tree.
Yeah, bro, you scaring the hoes, bro. But anyway, so Far Cry 6, right? You played this. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't remember the last Far Cry I played. Like, I know somebody was saying like the last couple of bit. I've seen some of the criticisms niggas had on this, and they were just saying like all the Far Cries are the same, and people were just like, nigga, so what? If you like it, play it for what you like. The fuck, like you know what you getting with this Far Cry game because they've been the same for like you know what I'm saying, however long they've been the same. So
If you
niggas is
don't like
basically
it, then
just like,
don't get
bro,
it.
listen,
You
just
know what's coming. So what you waiting for?
yeah. If you don't like it, then why are
Exactly.
you still playing the shit?
I've played
Like,
more Far Cry games than I haven't played. I've played all of them. Maybe not in order, but I played Far Cry 1 remake on Xbox 360. So I technically played one.
I'm looking at these covers, nigga. None of these
I
motherfuckers
played
bring any bells.
Far
I
Cry
remember
2.
seeing three.
Played
Like I
2.
remember
2
seeing that,
is
but
probably one of the best ones. The only reason I say it's not the best one is because it had multiplayer. Like it had team deathmatch where you could go online and shoot people.
and that's
No,
whack.
that's
Or I
good.
don't get it.
But the only reason that it's not number one is because there's better games after that. Like Far Cry 3, yeah, yeah. Far
Oh,
Cry
beyond the
3
yeah. I
is
see.
definitely I want to say, I would say it's number one, but the stories have gotten better since that one. Like the twist in three wasn't that good, but the villain Voss is one of the greatest video game villains of all time. But the reason that I won't say it's the best game is because he wasn't even the main villain. He gets killed off halfway through, and then some evil CIA nigga takes over as the bad guy.
Wow, you are
28
spoiling
from
it.
2008.
10,
Far Cry
2012 or
3.
some shit. Yeah, Far Cry
Damn,
3 is from
that game
2012.
is old as shit. So yeah, no, Far Cry 3 is definitely up there as one of the best. I played 4 and then after 4 I kind of got tired of it. So I didn't play Primal because I'm not trying to play as a caveman. I played 5.
Oh, is that
Primal
what
was
Primal
literally
was?
went back to
Okay.
caveman times. He was riding mammoths and using sticks to fight niggas.
Except
Become monkey. Far Cry become monkey. And then
then they had New Dawn. That was the one with the
no,
black.
New
Is that the
Dawn
newest one?
was an expansion pack for Far Cry 5.
That was one before.
So it's like at the end of Far Cry 5, a nuclear apocalypse happens. And so that's why Far Cry 5 I think is my favorite game because it had one of the best video game twists I've ever seen in my entire life. So like the whole premise of the game is you're a sheriff's deputy and you go to this cult compound to arrest.
Oh my god, you playing as
Yeah,
a
right.
fat
Yeah,
yo,
so
fat
you go to
ass
this
nigga,
cult
yo.
compound so you can arrest the leader.
And you
Yeah,
gotta arrest C,
and
right?
yeah, obviously he
Yeah.
escapes and a bunch of Far Cry shenanigans happen. But his whole thing was the world's about to end in nuclear apocalypse, so he's trying to start this compound so he can reshape humanity once the nuclear apocalypse happens. And of course, everybody thinks he's fucking crazy. He's a cult leader. And then at the end of the game, a nuclear apocalypse happens for real. And it turns out the nigga was right, and he really was a prophet from God. And so I was like, damn, this is fucking crazy. And then New Dawn takes place like 30 years after Far Cry 5. So it's like in the future after the apocalypse. And it just kind of goes from there. I didn't play the expansion, but I saw a lot of stuff from it. And it looks good. And then now we're at 6. And you could say Far Cry games are basically the same because they pretty much are, but they improve every game. Like it's the same basic premise. It's an open world. You take checkpoints.
Yeah. I mean, is
Yeah,
that not
exactly.
all we
If
can
it's the
ask?
same exact game year after year,
Are you
exactly.
not
If it's the same exact
entertained?
thing, then nobody would get it. But they changed it. That's their shit. Word to
Yeah.
word.
And also, if it's the same thing improved on the next one, if you ain't like it in 2016, bitch, you ain't gonna
Exactly.
like it
And then
now. Don't come back talking about some. Oh, I really like 5, but 6 is a
you knew
letdown.
what was coming.
How?
And like the main reason that people play Far Cry isn't for the gameplay because, like you said, it's the same gameplay. It's just different guns, a different location. Niggas
Niggas
play
just
for the
like the
story.
foolishness of the story.
Like there's always, ever since Far Cry 3, there's always a charismatic villain that carries the game. And now we got the nigga from Breaking Bad as the new villain. The story in Far Cry 6 is fucking ridiculous. It's great. I still need to finish it, but just from what I've seen so far, it's fucking hilarious.
So what else was there? We didn't have this on the list, but Metroid came out, which I thought was interesting. I did see some videos of it. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of it looked real fucking choppy.
It's a Switch game.
I
I
didn't
kind of
like
just
that.
turned the other cheek
I
on
was
Switch.
just, I know. I'm just like, yo, as when the fuck is the Switch upgrade coming? Like they did this little OLED Switch. Like who gives a shit about the screen, dog? When is the upgraded Switch coming? Like the PS4 Pro of the Switch coming?
That's not supposed to be the OLED.
Like because enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough. Let's be honest here. I'm not blaming Metroid. This has nothing to do with Metroid. This is really a Nintendo issue. But enough is enough, my nigga. Like you can easily make this Switch like
Yeah,
dummy
technology.
strong. You can charge niggas out the ass and they're gonna pay it because you know who your base is. Your base is kids with unlimited money because their
And adults
parents paid
that
for it.
want that nostalgia play. Exactly.
Who have the money to pay for
Oh
it,
yeah,
right?
no.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, where is the powerful Switch at, nigga? Where is it? Where's the
Nintendo
4K
has
Switch?
never cared
Like I
about
remember there
fucking
were supposed to be
graphics though. Like
rumors about
even
that.
think about the Wii.
Nintendo don't care about nothing but money. Like to me, they seem like the perfect example of like, and I would even say worse, more so than than EA, than the other like the big names you would think when it
You can't
comes to
say that because they
skinting
make good quality games.
and
Like they've never really focused on graphics, but
no, that's not true. That's not true. Nintendo does
bad
not always
games.
make good
What bad
quality
games?
games. Don't ever say that again. The shovelware, their
What are you
bloatware,
talking
all
about?
of them.
Or bloatware? What are you talking about?
Remember when I'm talking about the random games that Nintendo will just, hey, look, bro, we just gonna patch it. This is an old game. We just put a new skin of paint on it, and we gonna charge you $60
Oh, I'm
for a
not talking
game
about
that
that.
you
I'm
can't
talking
get
about
nowhere
like
else.
actual games that they put out, like Mario, fucking.
But to me, they don't offset each other, right? Like if you doing them tactics and niggas can't even get you a GameCube games remaster because that would cost you money, and you don't want it. And to me, some of
Yeah,
it
no,
don't even
you
make
talk about
sense because
scummy
it's like,
practices.
dog.
Yeah, they're up there with EA and Activision, but I thought you were talking about like game quality. They don't turn out the same shit like Activision does with Call of Duty or EA does with Madden and FIFA.
Well, yeah, if we talking the official Nintendo games,
Yeah, they
yeah,
gonna
I get
always
what you're
put out a
saying. Like
pristine
they're like,
9.5, 10 out of 10 game. Like every Mario game from 64 and forward, this shit is
yeah,
hot. Fucking every Pokemon game. Well, I mean, some people are finicky with Pokemon, but it's Pokemon. You know what the fuck you gonna get.
yeah. Some people are
I don't
real
understand
finicky
how
with
you
the
can hate on it's
Pokemons,
Pokemon. You know what you gonna get. You gonna
Pokemans.
get some Pokemon.
Some people, a lot of the hate that I'm seeing for games is like it's like a very minute thing. Like it's like, oh, I don't like this one feature of the game, therefore I feel like this game's
Yeah,
like
and then
stinks
it just
overall.
becomes an echo chamber with a bunch of
Like
people
some
saying
niggas
the
will
same
just look
shit.
at graphics, yo, this game looks terrible. And I'm like, bro, come on, like, how old are you, bro? Like, yeah, sure, it does look like a PS4 game. I get it. Just play it,
No,
enjoy yourself,
it's
like, have a
gonna
good
hurt my
time, my nigga. It's
eyeballs
not
if
that deep.
I can't enjoy myself.
Yeah, oh my, is this 720p and 60 frames? This is disgusting.
720p and 60 frames. You're complaining about 60 frames.
I'm complaining
You
about the
realize that the
720p.
720p is so it can run at 60 frames, right? Do you want it to run at
He
30?
said, well, then maybe you should upgrade your system so it can run 1080 at 60 frames. Or, God forbid, you upgrade
This
to
is an
4K.
indie
I'm like,
studio.
bro, do we really need Mario in 4K? Honestly, I'm just asking, do
It's
we
not
need
an ultra
Mario in
realistic
4K?
game. It's not
Do you
fucking
need
Gears of War or Call of
do you need Super Mario Sunshine in 4K? Do we need that at
Well, I
60
mean,
frames? Do we
I'll
need it?
say put it at 60 frames, but that bitch can run at 480 and I'll be fine. It's a cartoon game. What graphics do you need?
It's cell shading, bro. Like
Exactly.
720
It's
is
not
really as good as it
fucking
needs to get.
Madden.
1080 would be very nice. 4K is just it's like stop. You don't
You
what are
just
you
gonna have
working that hard
Mario
for?
pop out the
Stop it.
TV?
Cut it out. Here we go. All right, so we got Demon Slayer. I didn't play the game, never watched the show. I'm sure it has something to do with slaying demons.
Nah, if he
Take
kills
it away, bud.
people, it has nothing to see. It really is because
So then
they're the
why?
demons.
Oh, so is the show about a nigga who slays the demons that kill the people?
It's about the demon of mankind. So they just go out there and slaughter random people because everybody's evil.
Oh my god, this fake ass doo doo. I
Nah,
hate that. I hate that premise. We are inherently
no,
flawed, so
I
I'm
was
gonna kill
joking. I was
everybody.
real. It's
Listen, hey, listen. There's
nah,
a lot of animes
they
that go
really
with it.
kill
So,
demons.
oh, okay.
But what makes it different from I don't know how many anime there are about killing demons. It's kind of like Yu Yu Hakusho. It's not a battle shonen thing, but all the demons have abilities. The demons have these things called blood arts, and all of them have different moves. So it's kind of like Yu Yu Hakusho, where
Hmm.
all the characters have like named attacks. So it's kind of like that, and that's what keeps it
Yeah.
interesting. They're not just like fighting like random demon creatures that can't talk. They just have sharp teeth and eat people. I'm sure there's a lot of fucking anime and manga like that, but this one's is different. The anime got a lot of hype just because of how beautiful the imagery is. Like, this shit, yeah,
Hmm.
the
Like the
animation is
animation and
fucking
shit.
crazy.
That is one thing I appreciate though. Especially from when like back when I used to watch anime. Like I think I haven't watched a new anime in since like Attack on Titan, and I gave up like halfway through the first season. So like I haven't watched a brand new anime like probably since then. If I'm being honest, like I don't think I've seen any anime that was
That
made
was
after like 2015
yeah, that was quite a while ago, Bucko.
or 2013, 20. Well, I mean, I don't watch anime. Like I used to watch anime. There was a point. It's probably like around like freshman year in high school, like was that 07? Where I was just like, I don't know, this shit ain't doing it for me no more. And I just kind of stopped watching anime because I used to watch tons of anime before that. Like I watched Naruto, I tried, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Got to the part with Haku on the bridge, and I was like, this shit boring. This shit slow.
That
Get this
is
get
like the
out of here.
beginning of the series.
I know
Yeah,
it's 18 episodes in. I
this
think
is
that's where I stopped. 18 or 20 episodes in. Yeah, I was
your
not.
Chad
I didn't get
origin
far. I
story.
promise you, I didn't. I watched all the episodes in like 3 days too. It was like I was watching up to like 4 or 5 in the morning. I get up, go to the bagel pantry, give me a bacon, egg, and cheese, boss.
The Aki way.
I wouldn't. I was getting the egg and cheese. You know, the egg and cheese is significantly cheaper, so I get 2 egg and cheese instead of a bacon, egg, and cheese. That's the tech, but
They
niggas
not
don't
ready
know
for
about
that one
that.
actually.
Like, shh. They not ready because niggas think you need the sausage or the bacon. Nah, bro, the egg and cheese get it done. Get it did it on. What it did it do? Um, but yeah, so the Demon Slayer game, how is it? Is it like how does it play? Like what would you compare it to in terms of the
I feel like
gameplay?
everybody's making this comparison, but it definitely plays like the Naruto Storm games, and the reason for that is because it's
Oh,
made by
okay,
the same
yeah.
studio. But it's
Oh,
yeah, but
what a
it's
coincidence.
a lot of people are saying that it's Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 5, which it's not. It's a
With like
totally
a
different
Demon
game. It
Slayer.
has totally different combat system.
Yeah.
It literally the only reason it's like Ninja Storm is because the way the characters are set up on the screen. Ninja Storm is a very fluid game. There's a lot of movement. Like fighters, it's just two people on each side of the screen. Same thing with like
Right.
Mortal Kombat, or same thing with Marvel vs. Capcom. Naruto Ninja Storm
Hmm.
games, you can run around an arena, so it's a movement based game.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. And you're
yeah,
talking about like the
yeah, it's
3D
3D.
ones, right? Not like
Yeah,
the
so that's why this game
okay.
is compared to Naruto Ninja Storm, just because it's the same way, but it's a totally different game.
And so is it one of them games where like you need to have seen the show for in like
No,
parts of it to
the
make
story
sense, or
mode
is that
literally
not
takes you
really?
through the entire first season. So you don't even need to watch the show to play the
Oh,
game.
okay.
They'll give you the story, and they're really thorough with the story and the cutscenes too. Like they barely skip anything. There's a lot of shit in here from the first season. There's yeah, and
Hmm,
it's concise
yeah.
too. There's no filler. There's nothing added. It's just you show up.
I feel like filler like that's gonna be my first act as president. I'm gonna make filler a hate crime.
It depends.
Nah. Well, nah, it depends though. It do depend. You're right. You absolutely right. Because not all filler is created
So
equal.
I don't
Right?
mind
Not
like
all filler
a
is the
filler
same.
episode because like every anime has like a beach episode where niggas just stop fighting and they go to the beach, or niggas go or
Yeah,
niggas play
splashing at the beach.
baseball or something. The type of filler I don't like is where
Play
there's
baseball.
filler inserted into the episodes. So like two niggas are about to fight and then it spends fucking
And
yeah,
there's
it's
9 minutes
fucking
of
three
filler.
minutes of showing their faces back to back, just staring each other down and powering up.
Right. And then somebody says one thing. Do you remember? Oh shit!
Yeah,
Here come the
Naruto
filler.
filler is
Ah, brother.
evil, demonic,
No,
demonic.
Naruto. Naruto was good for that. Like, it's funny though, cause like, again, like to me, I grew up on certain like I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, right? So Dragon Ball Z is the god of trash ass filler, where it's just like, bro, half of the shit that happened on Namek, no one fucking cared. No one gave a shit.
You turn the
I don't
planet
give a fuck.
exploding.
Like the Zarbon shit, y'all could have cut that shit down to like
The
2
planet
episodes,
exploding
nigga,
in 5
max.
minutes, and it
Ain't
takes
no reason
3 months of episodes.
yeah, dog, no fucking way. We didn't need 16 episodes, my nigga. You could have condensed this to like 7, maybe 8, nigga. Like, it's just egregious. Some of it just is bad. Like Yu Yu Hakusho didn't have too much
I
filler.
could argue it didn't have
It
any.
felt like it didn't really have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really didn't feel like it had any. Like, it was just like, dog. Like, there were a couple episodes where it's like, all right, let's just cover my past. But like, it to me, I don't even count necessarily a flashback as filler. Niggas will just look at a flashback like, hey, bro, if it's in black and white, it's filler. Like, it's just that simple. But to me, it's just like, nah, there's times like when they did the Hiei shit, like they waited all series to
Yeah,
give you that backdrop. Like they didn't because they could have gave it to you a couple episodes in, but they waited till nigga, you might have been 45, 50
they
episodes in. They
waited
was like,
until the fucking final
hey yo,
arc.
you want to know why this nigga don't tell his sister? I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you.
That's
I'm gonna let you
definitely
niggas know.
not filler. That's
And it
still
made
part of the
sense.
story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still crucial to the story, right? So where was the filler in there? I mean, don't get me wrong. There was probably scenes that might have dragged on,
Yeah,
but that's you can't avoid that. It's fucking
anime is
anime.
literally
Ain't no
made
way. Ain't
to
no way, boy.
expand upon the source material. So
It's
the
made for
manga is
dramatic.
very
Yeah, it's like
short,
theater.
concise, and
Like
straight to the point. So the anime is gonna add a little extra flair to get niggas going. Yeah.
I need action shots, boy. I need to see how mad this nigga look for 10 seconds, then how mad the other nigga look for
Now, when
10
that shit
seconds, bro.
started dragging
You
on
know what I
to
got
a
to do.
minute 20 seconds, and you could count it down, and you saw 7 minutes of filler in an 18-minute episode, that's when it's a problem. Like,
Nah, that's the worst. When you break it down, you're like, okay, so it's
the
22 minutes
that
without
opening
commercials.
song,
With the commercials, I mean, add the 8, it's 30, right? Opening song like a minute and 40. Closing song like minute 5. And then it was 12 minutes of filler. It was about 8 punches exchanged. And then they stared at each other. And he mentioned his sister. Then it was a flashback. And you're like, my nigga, I got like 2.5 minutes
yeah,
of content. Everything else was just, oh yo, I heard about your sister. You're like, oh word? And it's like, bro, no one cares. No one cares. This is not that deep. You don't have to get into this. No. Hold on. Let me tell you why. I'm so mad he brought up my sister. I'm like, nigga, it's your sister. It's not that hard. You don't have to
you
you
know
don't
what
have
really
to
pissed me
explain this
off?
to me, bro.
Naruto Shippuden, they used to have filler where they would do a recap, like they would do, a flashback, but it wouldn't be a flashback to something that happened 2 or 3 years ago. They would do a flashback to some shit that happened the last episode. They would literally show you what you just got done watching the previous episode. That's why Naruto filler
Yeah.
was so
Or the
bad.
first 10 minutes. Yeah, the first 10 minutes will be a recap of the filler you just seen. And you like, no, ain't no fucking way, boy. ain't no ain't no fucking way, boy. I just watched the filler. I seen it. I skipped through some of it. Stop trying to fill me in on the shit I literally skipped past.
Evil, demonic.
Yeah, my first act as president. I'm telling you, filler is a hate crime. Straight like that, nigga. If I catch you writing filler, if I catch you animating filler, if I catch you even considering the shit in the writer's room.
Boruto doing the same thing. It's only like maybe 70 chapters of Boruto, but it's like 170
Why wouldn't it be the
episodes.
same thing, nigga? It's Naruto. It come
170
from the same
episodes
lineage,
for
nigga.
70 chapters of real world time. Like Boruto is a monthly series, so you get one chapter a month. Rather than just
Oh
rather
nah.
than
Get the fuck out
just
of my face, bro. One chapter a month and filler, bro.
no,
I
you're
will
mixing.
spit in your
No, there's no filler
direction
in the manga.
repeatedly.
It's filler in the anime. That's what I'm saying. It's 70
Oh yeah. I
chapters
get
and
what
it's
you're saying. I get what
170
you're saying.
episodes. So think about how much filler is packed into every episode. Boruto is a monthly series, so it only
Yeah.
comes out once a month. Rather than just having seasons of Boruto, like season 1 pause, season 2 pause, they want the shit to run year round. So they have to put in fillers so it doesn't catch up to the manga. Which is just stupid. Just have
Mm.
seasons.
I'm like, bro, just do seasons and pace it. Like, and worst case scenario, make the motherfuckers wait. Like, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, so yeah, filler is a hate crime, for sure. So, if you or someone you know has been affected by filler, please give us a call. We will handle that expeditiously.
How they gonna handle
Speaking of handling things expeditiously, I can't. But yeah, we got tools. We
it?
got tools for that. But yeah, speaking of handling things expeditiously, I think it's time we talked about a certain NFL coach that is no
It's
longer
crazy. We were just
employed.
talking about Urban Meyer last week,
Be-
and now we're talking about another dumbass motherfucker.
yeah, boy, I gotta tell you, you know who's having the
Yeah,
best week? It's Urban Meyer.
he is completely
It's
off the
because
fucking.
no, everyone forgot that guy stinks. They forgot. They just totally forgot. They're like, oh yeah, the guy who cheated on his wife. No, don't worry about that. What about the guy who told the commissioner, who invited the commissioner to his private parts? What about that guy? Right. So this shit is interesting, right? So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, Jon Gruden, former analyst, he was in the league previously, back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 2000s. Coach Jeff Garcia, Super Bowl winning team. I remember this. I remember those games. But anyway, he was currently the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, or was the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders until some emails came out And the first email that came out, or the first, I guess, set of emails that came out, was him being racist towards the NFL Players Association president. What was his name?
Yeah.
D. Maurice Smith, something like that.
And-
And what did he basically said he had like
yeah,
lips like a Michelin
that's
tire,
exactly
right?
what
Is
he
that what he
said.
said? Which I gotta tell you,
That's
sometimes
definitely
racism
one of the
really is funny, but
situations.
I'm gonna keep sliding past that. I'm gonna keep sliding past it, right? Because that was the first like a thing that came out. Now I don't know if all of the information came out at once and people pick and chose what they wanted to be mad about, right? Because I wasn't paying full attention when that first, but that dropped. A couple niggas did the rounds on the TV shows, basically trying to cat for him, like, hey, look, man, I mean, he got this thing called where he say niggas be rubber lipping,
Oh
and it mean like you
man,
just bumping your gums
what
and
the
not
fuck?
saying nothing, right? No, but literally, Tony Dungy did it, Mike Tirico did it. Both of these niggas are black, but it's funny because Mike Tirico is just look Mike Tirico up in his comments about black people when you get a chance.
You,
It's pretty
you
fucking
don't even
funny.
have to
It's
look it
really
up. You
funny.
know the type of niggas that's defending.
No, but this nigga was like, it was like, yeah, like I'm Italian, so like, like if you ask me if I'm black, like
That
like
was a
I'm
nigga
not
that
black.
said he was
You
gonna
know what I'm
look into his
saying?
ancestry, and he's 50 years old.
I mean, I don't care when you looking into it, bro. You a nigga. Look at you, boy. Look at you, boy. I don't care how Italian you are. Look at you, boy. Look at you. Look at you, boy. Like, stop playing with me, bro. Don't play with me. Like, talking about you can say that I'm black, but anyway, we gonna slide past that. These two niggas was caping. I think somebody else might have caped too. I don't remember who it was, but anyway, they was like, nah, I've been around him. He ain't really that type of dude. All that bullshit. Then, boy, the floodgates open. They released all the emails. Well, all the ones he was involved in, right? And we're gonna get to the rest of that. But they released all the ones he was involved in. And boy, this is bad, Skip. This is
Jarring
bad. Cause
statements.
it was some there were some jarring statements included, right? Again, he invited the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, who is like his boss's boss. No, GM, owner. Yeah, so his boss's boss, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we talking a couple rings up. The head of all of this shit, the CEO of NFL land, basically. You told that nigga, you invited him to your private parts, and then he sent this to another team president. Team president's like, knowing him, he probably would.
That's
That's
fucking.
wild.
Uh,
Right? That's
that's
some wild
fucking
shit.
bad.
Right? But then on top of that, right, he pretty much said, oh, we got female referees. These bitches don't know nothing about football. Right? Which is literally hilarious because why would I need to have played the sport who, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know, it helps, but like at the same time, my nigga, pass interference is pass interference. Bro, if your hands is impeding the nigga, come on, bro. Like, you really, like, stop it. But okay, let's move past that, right? He said that. Um, boy, I should have wrote all of this shit down because I don't want to miss a group that he offended.
He
I don't want no one to feel
said
left out
some
here because he covered most.
very
The only
fucked
thing
up
he didn't
shit.
do was say some wild shit about Jewish folks. He ain't catch. There wasn't no anti-Semitism, but he pretty much checked every
He
other
said
box
some
but that.
incredibly wild shit
Um,
about the gay community. That was probably
yeah, right,
yeah,
yeah. I
that was
mean,
probably
things I
the
can't repeat.
worst.
YouTube will not enjoy me saying those words, so I won't say them. It was the F1, and not Francisco, baby. It was the other F word. That he what else did he say? He was basically clowning niggas in the concussion protocol, like, oh, niggas is soft, blah blah. Which to me, that was kind of one of the wilder ones. Like, bro, how you clowning a nigga for having a concussion? I don't like that's like it's like when Trump clowned McCain for being a prisoner of war. Like, bitch, how do you
That's
clown me
crazy.
for this? Like, bro, this is just a result. This is how, like, when you do what you do, this can sometimes happen, right? When you play football, sometimes you get a concussion. And when you a soldier at war, sometimes your plane might get shot down and like, bro, how are you clowning me for this?
I,
But
a real
anywho,
nigga just wouldn't have
he
got a
did that.
concussion. Honestly,
Yeah, real nigga, bro, that shit hit your head. You better send them
niggas is
brainwaves
crazy.
back, nigga. Fuck you talking about? You better disperse that energy
Don't
to the
jam it in
helmet,
my
nigga. You
skull. It just
bugging.
don't move.
I
Yeah.
shit stapled down, nigga. Solid,
Mm-hmm.
rock steady, nigga. Um, But yeah, so he did that. There was
Double
more.
back
There's
on
more.
it.
I
That's
gotta make sure I'm
crazy to
not.
make fun of a nigga playing football for getting a concussion.
Not even make fun, but on some shit like y'all niggas is hoes, bro. Y'all soft. Like my brain give a fuck how strong I am. like, like my brain when it start banging against my skull, give a damn how strong I am. My brain don't care. My brain like, hey, bro, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. You do that shit one more time, I'm finna start bleeding. I'm finna start bleeding. And
We
once I
all
do
going
that,
out.
we all going out. You know what it is. And the lungs is like, nah, chill, bro. Chill. Nah, come on, bro. Relax. Just not. He's like, nah, it's me? How is it my fault? He banging me against
I
niggas
really don't
who
even
hit
have a
niggas.
choice, honestly. I'm just warning.
And he said, bro, if I get tagged, I'm finna shake with it. Like, what is he did that. It was. I don't want to look him up. I don't want to look up because it's gonna take too much time. I just don't think like we need to. But long story short, he offended every nigga employed by the NFL. Shit, he might have fucked around and talked up shit about the nigga at the popcorn stand. He said, "Oh, you know Rocky, the nigga with the hot dog stand. That nigga's a bitch." he just he caught everybody caught a stray. Um, and so these emails came out, and yeah, the backlash was pretty swift once they all came out, right? And lost his job. He resigned. And a lot of people made a big point of that. And I'm just like, dog, listen. He was either going to resign or they were going to fry his ass. Like, we know how this goes. When niggas, there's a difference. Like, people always say you have a choice, right? Bro, when I'm in a position to where the team is literally going to tell me, listen, you write your resignation right in front of me, hand it to me, and we going to take it from there. Or you can try to ride this out and I'm going to fucking flame you. I'm going to
It's gonna be
fry you.
10 times worse than.
And it's it's gonna be a million times worse, nigga. I will personally cancel you, nigga. And not no fake cancel. I will cancel you, nigga. I turn the power off at the crib, bro. Stop playing with me. Nigga said they gonna fuck with your circuit box, bro. They serious. So yeah, in that situation, you gonna resign. You ain't got no choice. So he resigns, and he should have resigned. Let's make this very clear. Like the nigga should not have kept his job. But here's where shit starts to get weird. There were 650,000 emails. I don't know how many out of that number were Jon Gruden's, but it seems rather queer that only Jon Gruden's emails came out. Only Jon Gruden, mind you. Remember, the whole reason these emails were collected because they were a part of I believe it was 10 months, a 10-month long investigation. They interviewed a whole bunch of people, took notes, got 650,000 emails. And this was somewhere in the batch of that 650,000. Okay, cool. I'm not sitting up here saying, hey, listen, if you was only looking for one guy, only you know what I mean? No. I'm not that guy. Listen, if y'all was all here doing nasty shit, get all y'all out of here. It don't matter if we was looking for one dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like police evidence. I might have been looking for you, but if I collect some evidence and find out it's a bunch of I'm catching it. I'm catching all of y'all. It's a dragnet at that point. So I did think it was very strange that only Jon Gruden got cooked off of this. Not Dan Snyder, not nobody involved with the Washington football team, not numerous of the niggas who were employed by the Washington football team while this whole shit happened. It just seemed weird to me, right? And then they asked Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, like, yo, like, what you got a statement to say? And niggas said, that's the NFL. They got all the answers, right? And a couple people took that the wrong way, in my opinion. I feel like people thought that he might have even been like mad, like standing up for Gruden, like, nah, fuck that. The NFL know what they doing, right? You ask them niggas. But to me, it's something way
Go
bigger
ahead.
going on here, right? And the obvious answer is that they're just covering their ass, so Jon Gruden was the fall guy. But then even that, even that don't necessarily make so much sense because why Jon Gruden, right? I get he was talking filthy about y'all niggas, and that's the other point that also gets lost, and I'll get to that in a second. But it's like, bro, I'm sure 650,000 emails. It was a lot of niggas probably talking crazy in the emails. Why only Jon Gruden? Why only Jon Gruden? I'm just curious. I'm not mad that you got him. I'm wondering why you only got him
Because
though.
he said
Because
something
to me that
specific
feels
about the
like
commissioner.
right. Exactly. And that's the second part of it, right? But then my whole point is it also opens a Pandora box. And I think the NFL is now in a position to where they can't win. And I don't know if they necessarily they did calculate the calculus on this, right? And they decided, listen, I'll take a 7 over a million. A 7 out of 10 is pretty bad. But a million out of 10, if all these emails get dropped and you see what all of these niggas said,
how can they even see?
man,
Does the NFL have like a server, like a special email?
so it's like work emails.
No, no, no.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no.
saying? You know how to, like,
So the
teams will have their
NFL has
own.
their own.
Yeah,
They're not
teams
like
will have
it's
their
not like
own.
owners and coaches are emailing like, you know, so and so dot so and so at gmail.com. They have their own in
You
communication.
know, I imagine. Yeah, I imagine I imagine the NFL probably gave all of them the same shit. They all set up, and they might have their own differences between each other. But like, you know, it's at football team that whatever, at Panthers that whatever, at. So it's like y'all all on the same server. Y'all just got your own separate segmented spots to where y'all can do what y'all want to do on your own, and no one will, will leave y'all alone for the most part until some shit like this happen. But to me, I feel like the NFL opened Pandora's box with this because they have pretty much proven that they're just gonna pick and choose what matters. And they're gonna pick and choose when it matters. Because even something that mattered a month ago might not matter if it's a certain person. Right? And we all knew this, right? We saw this when it came to Kaepernick, when it came to Antonio Brown, all the other players we've seen go through certain shit, like whether it be domestics, whether it be just regular crimes, whether it be, you just get locked up for any reason. We've seen who y'all seem to give a little more leeway to versus, nah, fuck that nigga. Nah, he's out of here. So it's all subjective, right? But then it's so obvious now when you get a guy like, you get Gruden out of here, and rightfully so. But then remember, the one thing we do know about Dan Snyder and the Washington football team before, they switched their names, is that they were sending topless pictures of the cheerleaders to, I don't know who, but each other, I assume. But then that begs multiple questions, right? One, why was the cheerleaders doing that? Right? Like, we know the answer. It's probably because you coerced them. I mean, I don't see any other reason. Yeah, like, I don't see why else would the cheerleaders who were paid to just shake pom-poms and do their little dances, why would they be doing that? Okay, that's one. And then two, how do you still own a team when that's already been out? We don't even know the rest of the shit, right? We just know that part for sure. So it's like, that's what makes me believe, dog, this shit is Pandora's box. Once you open this, do you know what's in here? And I think the NFL, I think they made a bad calculation, but at the same time, I also think they probably consolidated their power in a sense, because with all them emails, I think the NFL got a lot of dirt on niggas. I think they found a lot of niggas who, okay, yeah, all right. And I think Jon Gruden might have been the first of the niggas that they were like, yo, look, bro, I know you're dirt, doggy. So I need you to play ball. And again, you can see from the way Jon Gruden was talking, he ain't finna go for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, the nigga might be racist and all that other shit. Sexist, homophobic, all of that shit. But if there's one thing, he ain't pussy. So he said, he's like, bro, whoa, what? Who's you strong arming, nigga? What is you? Nah. Hold up. Nah, no, hold up. First, you ain't gonna never strong arm me. And they're like, John, we know what you said. He said, bitch, I know what I said. What is you talking about? So, but mind you, that's probably why he left. So, he knew what it was. He knew he couldn't fight that. Like, nigga, there was no fighting that. So, to me, I think NFL definitely, I wouldn't say they miscalculated, because again, whatever's in the emails is bad enough to where you will take this over what's in the emails. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot to me, because this is pretty wild. This is bad. Like, the only side point was, I saw a couple of people say this and it pissed me off, right? And I'm just gonna get through it real quick, but a lot of people likened this to exactly what Dave Chappelle was talking about. And I felt like it was a terrible equivalence, because in what world do you tell your boss's boss's boss to suck your dick and you don't get fired? In what world? Where in corporate America? Where? Tell me where. Nowhere, right? But then let's take it a step further. the other guy, the union, the players' union president, you then say something racist about him. Combine those two. Where do you keep a job at? Nowhere. Okay, let's keep going further. The NFL's got female employees that are referees. You insulted them. Yet again, tell me where. Right? We didn't get to none of the gay shit yet. Not a word of it, not a peep of it. Niggas in concussion protocol. Guess what? You know how many players on your team might be in concussion protocol? That's a large segment of niggas.
Retired and have lifelong troubles now because of concussions.
Right. So my thing is, to me, it's a terrible equivalence because I can't explain to you why they would have decided to lead with the racism comments first. Well, I can't explain it, and I'll get to it. But to me, when you see all this in its totality, this man was never going to keep his job. That racist shit, you could have took out the racism and the misogyny, and he wouldn't have made it. He would not have made it. Because in this world, most of these head honchos, whether it be NFL, corporations, they don't care about none of these social issues. None of them. Not one. Not gays, not blacks, not the social justice, not police defunding. None of that. You know what they do care about? If you tell me suck your dick, boy,
you're gonna be out of a job.
You gonna be out of a job. So I'm gonna blackball you as quick as I possibly could ever blackball a nigga. So it's that simple. It don't have nothing. And my thing is, this is proof that the NFL, and not just the NFL, but media in general, a lot of people, almost all these niggas, will pick and choose when shit matter, right? And I think that's why they led with the racism, because they thought, all right, let's lead with the racism. Yeah, that'll do it. And then they saw the reaction. Oh my God, y'all caping for this? Okay. Hold on. Let's rethink this. What can we follow up the racism with? Somebody said the gay shit. And they was like, no, fuck that. Drop the whole load on this nigga. Drop the whole load on this nigga. We ain't about to keep trickling shit out. Drop the load, bro. I was like, yo, you sure? You don't want to just put out the... I mean, he got a gay player on his team. You know, that would probably do it. Nah. Drop the load, nigga. Get him out. Because don't even think about it. He probably could have did the racism. The gay shit could have came next. And he probably would have to answer for that. He would definitely have to answer to that. But that might not cause you to lose your job. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I don't think it would. Alone. But then when you piss off the commissioner, you piss off the union president, you piss off female referees, you piss off your own players in the concussion protocol, my nigga, who's left? Who's left? Like 30% of the league? 20% of the players on your team? Like, who's left? So it's like, it's a terrible equivalence because, again, when you pit two groups against each other and you try to make it seem like, oh, it's like, oh, see, look, they care more about gay people than black people. They don't care about any group of people that ain't rich white men. Period. They didn't even care about Jon Gruden, nigga, and he talks like them. Are you kidding me? He talks just like them. He's one of them, and they still got rid of him because he was just the guy to go. So it's like, bro, there are no principles when it comes to this shit with these niggas. They don't care about black folks, gay folks, women. They don't care about none of these groups. This is just what they use. It's the same way how, perfect example, every June, what do we see? All these companies put their little rainbow flag on. Yeah, we rock with the LGBT community. Yeah. As soon as I'm up and, hey, listen here, gay nigga. I ain't finna pay you extra just because you gay, all right? Like, you gotta know I ain't doing no shit like that. Feel me? Like, the month over, it's July now. It ain't y'all month no more. Nigga, get back to work. Shit regular around here, all right? You know that shit was a show, nigga. And that happens every June. Without fail. We see companies that literally have terrible track records in the LGBT community changing their little rainbow flag. We see ICE doing it. ICE. Like, it's like, dog, none of this shit actually matters, right?
The very next day.
Better yet, remember when George Floyd was killed? A lot of Black Lives Matters on pages, right? A lot of whole separate pages dedicated to what are we doing about this? Listen, folks, this is some real shit we gotta do, right? A whole lot of that. Go to them same websites. Where they at now? That page gone. It's a new page. Or maybe they added a whole bunch of shit to it. It ain't the same page no more is what I'm getting at. Because they don't give a fuck about none of the issues. And so that's my problem. When you pick two groups of people who are both fighting for crumbs, and you got the nerve to act like the crumbs they gave them is like, you know what I'm saying? Like the other, right? The other example is, remember when the Stop Asian Hate bill came around, right? Remember that? And what would you hear? Niggas were so furious about why are you giving them this and then did. And when you looked at the actual details of the bill, bitch, it was barely anything in that motherfucker. It was mostly symbolic.
Exactly.
To report. Right? But my whole point is, guess what? If I don't think you finna do nothing about my report, I ain't going to you anyway. They didn't solve that. They didn't address that. Why? Because they don't care. So they fed the Asian community crumbs. And you niggas were mad at them for getting crumbs. When, like, bro, we both deserve more. Another example is remember the Afghan refugees, right? We had the same people talking about something. We giving money to the Afghan refugees. Boo boo. First off, nigga, we destroyed their fucking home. Literally. Right? And I get it. They destroyed black folks' home too. But we destroyed their home in the last 20 years. Like recently, my nigga.
Not now, but we're still doing it.
Yeah, we're still doing it. And they home and we let a nigga take over who probably going to indirectly destroy their homes. Right? So we still destroying it. So the least we could do was evacuate a couple niggas. And remember, we only gave those niggas crumbs anyway.
And there was still
like people act like, oh,
they were charging niggas for flights out up to like $3,000. So you couldn't even safely, freely give niggas out.
Or they'll even look at it, well, nah, they bringing people here and they settling them. And I'm like, do you know what settling means? These niggas will literally give them like motherfucking hotel vouchers for like 2 weeks, a month maybe. All right, my nigga, you on your own. Bro, I don't speak English. Y'all gave me a 30-day Hilton Suites pass. What the fuck I'm finna do? I don't even got no clothes or nothing. I bought the shit on my back and that was it. You get what I'm saying? So this is my problem. They gave those people nothing. And y'all are mad at them for getting literally 0.01 and we got 0. And you mad at them for getting a 1/10 of a crumb. Like, it's just like, and that, to me, that was my biggest issue with not only the Chappelle shit, but just how people see some of these issues. It's just like, dog, the whole point is to pit us against each other. Because then we lose sight of who's really screwing everybody.
Like why they getting something we not getting anything? Like, yeah, we've been fucked over, but why are you mad that they're getting something?
Yeah, bro, especially when they're getting fucked actively while they're getting something. Same way they do with us. Every once in a while, they give niggas some crumbs, and they still fuck us while they give us the crumbs. Right? Black Lives Matter is the same thing. Think about it. George Floyd passed. A lot of states was pump faking like, yo, we gonna do something. We gonna handle this. And then most of the cop budgets increased. You get what I'm saying? What did we get? Nothing. But you know who did get plenty of shit? Them white folks running them Black Lives Matter movements. And so it's the same thing with the LGBT movement. When you talk about people running movements, everybody gonna come in here and try to get their piece of it. Right? And that's all it comes down to. So you can't blame the black community for what the white leadership of BLM did, right? So why would you then blame the gay community for what the greedy, money-hungry, capitalist LGBT niggas did? Because that's all they did. They did the same thing they do to all our movements. They took us out. They found the niggas who really was about that real shit and made sure they got them out of there. And it was like, all right, we only want lackeys. I only want people that's,
you know, making money, right?
We're gonna make this. Yeah, it's good with making the money, fundraising, and all that. And so it's the same concept, and it's just a shame to watch niggas who are actually intelligent, right? Like some of these niggas are genuinely dumb, and it makes perfect sense why y'all think this. And I'm just like, all right, well, you just a dumb nigga. It is what it is. But then when you see a nigga like Dave, and it's like, Dave, I know you smarter than this, but this is the choice you make. And so to me, that's why it's like, no way, because you see what they doing. I know you see the tricks. You see how they pitting us against each other and you going for it because you're benefiting from it. So what does that mean? That means you're not on our team no more. That's what that means to me. Right? You fighting for a whole different cause. You're not fighting for what we stand for, what we looking for, right? Because you looking at like, I'm gonna pit two groups against each other and make money off of it. Okay? That's what the capital class does. That's what the capitalist class does. So if that's where you going, then nigga, this black, you can't claim that black shit then. Right? Because you know how black folks will be like, oh, if you gay and you black, you got to choose one. Nah, if you rich and you black, you got to choose one.
All the time. Niggas just get money and then they just change up. That's it. It happens every time, like clockwork.
Every single time.
Capitalism.
Every single time.
The wildest stallions.
And to me, even the wilder part is like, when you do this whole shit where like you want to pit groups against each other, it's like, okay, cool, right? Like, mind you, I look up some of the facts, and of course, niggas is immune to facts, you know that. But then when you look up some of the facts, right, it's like Dog, listen, I looked up the hate crime statistics in 2020, right? The LGBT community, hate crimes fell slightly. But for the T, transgender, hate crimes went up in 2020. Okay. Right? So important to note. So estimated 53% of LGBTQ adults in the US live in states that don't have crime laws covering sexual orientation and gender identity. What that translates to is there are 35 states that don't have gender identity protected by hate laws. So basically, like if someone beating your ass and they telling you they beating your ass because of your gender identity, that state won't consider it a hate crime. It'll just be like, well, nigga, it's just assault. It's just assault. Don't worry about it. It ain't no federal crime. Nah, it's just regular assault. Even if they say, no, I'm doing this because you a man or you a woman. No, don't care. Don't give a shit. 35 states, nigga, that's more than not. That means 15 protect gender identity. Right? Whereas 47 states, and I even thought this was nuts because I was like, how is it not 50? But 47 states have state laws protecting race.
I could probably name the 3 that don't.
Right? 47. It was like Wyoming.
I was thinking about like Missouri, Mississippi.
No, it was 2 southern ones. It was Wyoming and 2 southern ones. I can't remember which southern ones they were, but you got it right. Yeah. You got it right. It's one of them shits. But so this is my whole thing, right? I hate comparing shit. But if we gonna sit up here and say, well, they like y'all more than they like us, okay, let's look at the laws. Laws say 47 states got niggas covered. Laws say 15 states got transgender people covered. Okay. Again, I'm not comparing them, but 3 times is more coverage. It sounds a lot better. Right? Okay. Right? Stats say the rest of the LGBT community, hate crimes fell a little bit, but transgender community specifically experienced an explosion. And what does that say? So my whole point is, bro, you can't sit up here and tell me the words you saying don't have no meaning. You can't sit up here and tell me the words you saying don't mean nothing, right? Because even the Netflix CEO did that shit, right? Like nigga Smooth said there's no direct link between like harm and blah blah. And I liked how he threw in the word direct because there's a proven indirect link, but he purposely said direct, so it was like, see, nah.
Yeah, they let them know.
Yeah, right, yeah. Because think about it, right? Like if you give every nigga a GTA, they're not just gonna suddenly start killing prostitutes. But if you give a nigga who was thinking about doing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how this works. That's why it's indirect. It's not direct because I can't force you to do so. You can't play Far Cry and think, yeah, I'm gonna take over the world. No. But if you was a nigga who was trying to take over the world, Far Cry gonna do it. And that's the whole point. Same thing with 13 Reasons Why, right? Remember this whole thing we had with that? Where they were saying kids was killing themselves because of the movie, blah, blah, this and that. Now, granted, nigga, not the movie, the show. But a show can't make you kill yourself. But if you was on the edge, feeling a certain way, the show might do it. And that's the point that they make it. It's not about niggas who are like, nah, I would never like commit a hate crime against transgender people. That's just sickening. Why would I do something like that? It ain't about you. You might think you can laugh at them jokes and be good and blah, blah, blah. You might be right. But the guy who's on the fence, right, yeah. And how many of them niggas is out here? Right? But the guy that's on the fence, the guy that even fuck on the fence, the guy who's just like, nah, I don't like y'all gay niggas. When he hears them same jokes, oh, I have a gay son, I'm gonna beat him. Ha ha, it's funny.
That's a green light. Shit,
what happened when he have a gay son? You get what I'm saying? Exactly. It's the green light. So that's my whole point. We act like this don't mean nothing, right? Because someone even made a point of this, like going the opposite way makes perfect sense, right? If people see black bodies on the screen in good roles and it inspires them, right? So how are you going to then tell me it won't go the other way? It works positively, but it don't work negatively? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? Like if I see a whole group of black people and they got a good family and they living right, that's great representation and it actually affects real people, right? We always say that, and that's proven. So how are you going to explain to me that if it's a horrible family that's all the stereotypes, it don't work in the other way? How does that work?
You can't dispute it. That's why niggas are tired. All these movies of
but I tell you what,
shot. Niggas tired of seeing civil rights movies. Niggas tired of seeing slavery movies. We just sick of it. Black trauma movies it's dead. We sick of it.
I'll tell you what, I gotta pee really bad. I'll be right back.
I don't even do that. I'm immune to that. I'm different. Just like I can't get a concussion. Brain just work different. You know what? I might as well go too. Since taking a break. Better now than later.
Hello, hello, hello.
I I had to go
Pardon
to
the
the
interruption. That's cool. I'll edit that part out. But damn,
had to
boy, I had to
you.
feel a couple
That's
pounds lighter.
concerning.
But
That is a lot of liquid.
he said, what type of bladder you got?" um, but yeah, so that's why I hate these comparisons because it's like, bro, none of us are getting what we deserve. Not any of us, and every single one of our movements is being co-opted by people at the top because they want to make money off of this. So let's pretend like we got some damn sense. Let's pretend like we're not bigots. And if you are a
Keep it
bigot, then
chest.
be a bigot. So we know who, yeah, right. So we know who not to rock with. And that's all I ever ask. Like, just be the bigot, bro. I'm tired of people hiding behind this. Oh, it's just comedy. Oh, I'm just asking questions. Oh, I'm doo. Dog, you don't care. You're a bigot. You don't give a shit. You don't like these people. You don't want to be around them. Say that so we can move on. Say that so we can just get to the end result where it's like, oh, okay, that's how you feel. Cool.
No, niggas like to dance around it.
Just
Niggas like
I
to
know.
blame cancel culture, but they
Niggas.
scared to actually get canceled. You scared to come out and say, I don't like this group of people, and then people saying, all right, I don't fuck with you there.
And the worst part is, the nastiest part about it is no one has gotten canceled. Daniel Caesar begged niggas to cancel him, and he gained followers. Like, he lost us. Don't get it twisted. He lost us, for sure. But he gained followers. His numbers went up since then. He did a tour after that sold out. He did a song with Justin Bieber. So it's like, dog, he begged him. He begged us. He said, yo, I'm caving for this white woman. Yeah, if you feel a way, then cancel me. And niggas is like, bro, don't say no shit like that, bro. Because you know, and they did it, and we did it. I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas did stop listening to Daniel Caesar, but it didn't matter because cancellation ain't real, bro. That's my whole point. That's why I get. But then that's how I also say like it's it's a farce, right? Because then the problem is you get these people with 200, 300 followers who think, oh, well, I'm being canceled. No, you said some flagrant shit, and they on your ass for it. Trust me, I promise you, there's always an audience. You can say anything you want, and there's an audience. You can say the foulest, nastiest, grossest shit, and there's an audience for it. So don't ever think you're gonna get canceled because of what you're saying. You're gonna get canceled because of liability. No one, like, you know what I mean? Like, same reason why you get all these publishers, like, you ever seen like someone's working with somebody, right? Like, say you signed to a nigga or whatever, and they like, yo, really? You gonna employ this type of dude? And then they like, yeah, now that you mention it, he should, like, nigga, you knew what type of nigga you
Yeah, you went
employed
to
the
some
whole
state
time.
scientists
You
find
hired him.
out.
You knew he was a firebrand. Yeah, you knew he was a firebrand. You knew he used to talk his shit. You knew what type of views he had because the lawyers and all them other niggas who would be liable for this, they showed it to you. And they said, all right, look, this is all the dirt we found. It's pretty bad, but I mean, it's up to you. Right? Like, and then you took the risk and the nigga got dirty, so then you cut him right then. So that's my whole point. It's like, dog, these niggas know, bro. Like, it's an audience for that. There's people who will enable you to be the nasty, disgusting nigga you really want to live as. Just be that dude and take what come with it. I'm sick of you niggas pretending to be decent because that's worse to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I hate fake people. If you're gonna be fake a good person, then you're not a good person.
Yeah, it's just infuriating, bro. It's like, bro, listen. If you want to say you don't like trans people, or you don't like the trans community, or you don't like this, or I don't like gay people, or I don't like black people, I don't like whatever it is, I don't like women, just say that. A lot of these niggas hold all the viewpoints on they believe in all the core tenets of that shit, but then talking about some, nah, they ain't me though. Like, all right, dog. So you're not racist, but you don't want to live near black people. You got very bad views on black people. You are afraid of black people. You like my nigga.
I'm not
Explain to me
racist
how
because
you
I'm
not
not just
racist.
calling them a
Well,
nigga to
cause
their face.
I don't just call people the N word, yeah, to their face. Like that's my whole point. So they'll do the same thing with transgender. Like, I'm not like transphobic. I just disagree with your gender identity, and I won't respect it. So I'm disrespecting an aspect of your identity, and you will never get that from me. I don't think the law should protect you. And truth be told, I think you niggas get more than you deserve. Like my nigga, how do you tell me all of these things? Let a white person say any of that to a nigga, and it becomes clear as day. Like, oh nah, you a hating ass nigga. Get the fuck on, right? But oh okay, all right, I get it. Because we've been done dirty. We can sit up here and shit on, which is funny because it literally ignores the entire existence of black LGBT
Yeah,
folks, but it's on purpose. I don't even want to consider them people, so I'm gonna lead them out and pretend they're not real. But I don't want to keep rehashing this shit. We talked a little about it last weekend. It just is what it is, man. Shout out to the LGBTQ community. Q plus. I don't know what the plus mean. What the plus mean? Like extra?
they
Like
just
extra
took
bitches or
off the
something?
rest and they just plus it the rest
Plus it's
of
just
them.
like, man, look, it's some other shit that's gonna be in here. We just don't know what it is yet. So I don't know.
Didn't it
Here we
used
go.
to be plus
Uh
IA? I thought it was
it was
plus
IA.
IA.
Yeah. I think it was IA. Was it plus IA? I think it was just IA. I don't remember what the I and the A
I
stand
thought
for.
the I stood for intersex and the A. I was never 100%, but I thought it was asexual. But I don't feel like asexual people get uh, discriminated against like the rest of the.
I mean, yeah, I was intersex. A was asexual. Um, Asexual has always been interesting to me because, like, I believe asexual people absolutely exist. I just don't know
Yeah,
why
like
y'all
they're
under
not
that
getting
umbrella.
discriminated against like the rest of the LGBT.
I mean, maybe they are. I mean, niggas is saying they don't get no pussy. Like, come on,
That's
come on,
discrimination.
that's discrimination. That's absolutely like nigga just like, yo, you don't get no buns, nigga. Like, bro, stop, relax, yo, no, you don't get no. It's like the mannequins that was pointing at each other. Come on, so he don't get no buns, y'all. Look.
Bro,
Like, bro, he an incel. What? No, I don't even.
I'm
What?
not
No,
trying.
I choose not to get. Look, you invalid. Oh, look
No,
at you.
it's
You don't get no
voluntary. It's
buns. You not
voluntary.
just. You not. Oh, you just a cell then,
No,
not an incel. You just a cell. This nigga
it's
don't
just
get
the
no buns,
way.
y'all.
Okay, maybe they should be in a group.
So what else we got left? So we could do an Alice from Borderland slash Squid Game review.
For whatever reason, I
We
saw
can do
Squid Game trending today.
we could
Not
do
Squid Game. It was Squid Game.
we could do
S
like
Q
spell that
I T. I mean SQUIT. And it was
Squid
and
Game.
like they were talking about it like it was the normal show. Like it was the hashtag was spelled wrong, but niggas was still talking about the show.
He on Squid Game on. I don't know. That's actually pretty interesting. I have seen it though, like where something would trend and it's like misspelled. It's just mad funny, and it usually starts with, like one guy misspelling it, and everybody's just roasting his
Yep.
ass.
This wasn't it though. Niggas was just misspelling it and talking about the show like no.
Yeah, nah, that might have been what it is. Just so many
They
niggas
just said fuck
misspelling it,
it.
it just
We
went
just gonna
trend.
talk about the show like this. I know what you was getting at. The show's popular as fuck.
um. All right. So so I know what you're getting. So yeah, let's get into it. I guess we'll do what you want to do? Squid Game first or
Let's
Alice
do
in
Alice because
Borderland first?
everybody in their mama talked about squirt games.
Yeah. So first and foremost, this goes without saying, but obviously there's gonna be some spoilers in here. So if you ain't watched yet, get the fuck on, nigga. Turn your shit off. Exit out
What
that
they don't
browser,
know
nigga.
is that I've been putting subliminal messages in everything we've said so far. And I've already explained the entire series, so they already know.
He said, "Oh, the first letter of each word I've
Yeah, so
said
they
is
already know. They
corresponded
ain't
to."
gotta read.
But yeah, so first and foremost, Alice in Borderland is you know what's funny? I'm gonna have to pull up the Wikipedia, even though I just finished watching this shit, just because like I don't want to miss certain parts of it. But long story short, Alice in Borderlands is like a show about this kid and his two friends who just kind of wake up or find themselves in like this parallel universe where they're forced to compete in a bunch of games for the right to live a little longer. And so starts off pretty simple, right? But I guess where do I want to start? I want to start with who I need to find her name. Who is the woman from episode? Boy,
The
she was so
first
fine.
woman we see.
Yeah, the first one who got it. Well, I ain't gonna get to that yet, but yeah, what's her name?
That's
Boy, I need to
Alice from the
know.
Borderland.
Ori, that's her name in the show. Oh my goodness, look at her. She's 32. I'm with it.
Like 32, like as in also because you're 30. No, no, I know.
That's her age.
I
She's
was making you
32.
feel old because you're 30.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh, that ain't do nothing to me. But yeah, so they got this, in my opinion, I will say that this is unequivocally better than Squid Game. I think it's written better. I think it the execution's better, and I think that it was lacking like the I guess branding, quote unquote, that Squid Game had. Like Squid Game
Cheesy
was so much
plot.
easier to brand. Yeah, like Squid Game was so like much. I wouldn't say easier in the eyes, but in terms of
You
like what you
got
saw,
the
it was just so
green
much more
jumpsuits.
marketable.
You got the pink jumpsuits with the PlayStation button heads. You got
Right.
childhood games. You got the
Yeah, you got the
cookies.
old guy. You got you
You
got
got
the
the
childhood
marble.
games. You got the cookies.
Yeah,
You
it's
got
like
it all.
multiple brand.
You got it all. You got the big giant child. Um, or what was that thing? Like the
It's
little robot
actually a
shorty.
real statue
You know, so it's
somewhere, and it's missing an arm. Actually, I read that. It's pretty interesting. It's a real statue somewhere.
where'd the arm go?
I took it. Don't ask why. I
Where'd the
have my
arm go?
purposes. Okay, I can't disclose my master plan.
Okay. Don't give it back,
Oh no,
please. Um. So yeah, so basically, Alice in Borderland, it's like they play these games, right? And the games are determined by
they're determined
it's like
by the
cards. Like they
number on
use
the
cards to
cards
determine it.
and the suit of the cards.
That's the difficulty, and then the suit is like the type of game. The hearts is like fucking like betrayal games where you got to play with other niggas' hearts. What the hell was clubs? Was clubs physical shit or was that
I
spades?
actually don't remember much about the
Yeah, I don't remember which one was which, but one was it was like game of the hearts. That was hearts. Then it was like there was like thinking games. There was physical games, and then there was a
diamonds,
third. I don't remember
spades.
what the other
Did we
one was.
even see everything we saw? Did we? We saw diamonds. We saw clubs.
I think we did because they had the tagger game. I don't remember which one was. I would have to literally read through the actual. Three of Clubs was the first game, right?
That
That
was the
was
doors.
the
Yeah.
doors. All right, so the clubs is probably the thinking games. That's what it is. Spades was tags, I believe.
Diamond.
Wait, what? Yeah, the spades game tag was five of
Oh,
spades. So that was
diamond was when they're in the
so
water with the
spades correlate,
electrical.
right? Your diamonds are a battle of wits. Clubs are team battles. That's what
So
clubs are.
clubs was
Just team games. Remember,
the first
it
one.
was
Yeah.
the first one with the rooms. What was the other club? Was there another club?
Uh, Maybe once they got to the beach and they were doing a little montage of like speeding up the games.
Yeah, maybe. But we didn't see too many. So the games we saw, the first game was what? Three clubs. I ain't gonna hold you. Game one, I'd have been the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
I'd have been
why
out
the
of there,
fuck?
boy. I'd have been out of there, boy. That shit was a three?
I guess
Ain't no fucking way, boy.
maybe it's a three because it's a 50-50 chance. Like it's
Ain't
to
no
solve that
fucking way,
game,
boy.
you would have to be a genius. Like you literally have to have a photographer.
I
You have
would
to
have
use
lost.
like he lined the cars up on the building to show how big the building
No,
was,
bro, nigga, once he
and
started
then
talking about yeah. Oh my god. Once this nigga said the car's length was I was like, "No, the
that
fuck
nigga
he
was a
not. No, he
genius.
not."
Like he was.
I'd have died. Episode 1, nigga. This would have been a 30-minute series.
I
I'd have
wouldn't.
been finished. Not even 30 minutes. I probably would have fucked up on the
I
first
mean,
door.
you wouldn't have fucked up because once that girl walked through, you knew it had to be the other door.
Okay, sorry. I would have fucked up on the second door. Like, what are we talking about? So that would have been it. Then the second one was what was it, Tag? That was the five of spades. So I did like the games that they played too. Like that was the difference where I felt
Oh,
like
the bus one
the
was
games were a
crazy.
bit more
What was the bus? Oh,
interesting.
the bus one was the bus spade.
Yeah, that bus one was fucked up.
Four clubs.
That was four clubs.
That
No,
was. How was that easier than the fucking door? If all you had to do was sit on the bus.
I think it's supposed to be harder
No, but
because it
that's what I'm
goes up
saying.
higher.
If all you had
Four
to do
of
was sit
clubs
on the
instead of
bus,
three.
that's easier
Oh, I get
than
what you're
going
saying.
through
Yeah, yeah.
doors trying to fucking not take the wrong door.
Well, theoretically, the three of clubs is easy once you know the formula, but like figuring out
Yeah,
the formula is the
exactly.
fucking impossible part. But
Where the
yeah.
fuck
So they
did
had
the Puma come
tag.
from?
Tag
What was the
was
point of that?
five of spades. Yeah, that shit was funny as hell. Not to mention, I was like, bro, how they even? Come on, man. How they giving it to this Puma? Like, I don't want to hear this, bro. A panther. That's what it was. Sorry. Like, nah, man. That nigga would have gave it to y'all, bro. Um, and then so what else happened? Boo boo. After that game, they went to the beach. They was following all the niggas, made it up at the beach. Now I thought the beach was. I think the beach was really like where I was like, oh. Like in hindsight, I'm just like, yeah, y'all niggas put y'all foot in
That
this
yeah, the
shit.
beach, the whole entirety
Y'all
of the
put
beach
y'all
is
foot
such
in
a
this shit.
fucking
The
Looney
entire
Tunes.
concept, the whole shit that went around, the game that was played, like I was just like, yeah, this is the one. Like y'all doing some shit here. Cause once I saw the beach, I was thinking like, yeah, this is a dope idea. And then the shit with Hatter and all that other stuff.
I probably would have got killed because I've been like, I'm not about to give you my card so you can escape, nigga. What the fuck? I would have been one of the traders. I would have got shot.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I would have sat my ass there in that beach, and
You'd have
I'd
just
just been
been
getting it in.
partying until your visa wears up and you got to go play another game. And you just, I mean, I guess that don't sound too bad. If you're
Yeah,
confident you can keep winning the games and you're not trying to leave, just spending all day, every day partying. I mean, they had water, they had electricity.
yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah,
they
not
did.
bad.
And then you meet what was her name? You meet the trans girl.
What
I ain't gonna
trans girl?
hold you. I did.
What
I
trans
ain't.
girl?
What'd you say? The Kuina. I think that was her name, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Remember the woman? You found out in that whole shit when she battled that fucking annoying ass swordsman nigga at the end, and you found out like her whole story was
Oh
she
no,
was
no,
a
I
boy,
think you got that
and
backwards. I think she was a girl and her father wanted a boy, so he was forcing her to act like a boy, but she was really a girl.
really?
Yeah, she was
Did
a
I get
girl,
that
and her
backwards?
father was like pissed off that she was a boy, and that's
Hold
why he was like,
on.
"Leave and never come back."
No, 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 fuck no, fuck no. I'm reading the description. It says she's revealed to be transgender in the
Damn, the
flashback.
English dub completely changed that. Then the English dub said she
Oh,
was a
I'm
girl,
screaming.
and her father hated her because he wanted a son, so he was hard on her, and then kicked her out of the dojo and told her not to come back.
Oh, you watched the
I was
dub?
doing
You a
shit
sick
while
nigga.
I was watching it. Hmm,
That's good.
really?
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So, but yeah. As soon as I seen her, I was like, yeah, she taught you. Yeah.
So that changes some things.
Yeah. I
That's
found it.
good representation.
Yeah. And then once I found out she was trans, I was like, okay. They ain't changed
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I would have never called that if you didn't say anything.
But yeah. So like, cause they made it like relatively clear with that, but um. So yeah, so then there was the witch hunt, right? The witch hunt was the last game they played. Actually, no, no, no. Even if I go back, before that, Seven of Hearts was the hide and seek shit with the wolf and the lamb. That one was fucked up.
Yeah, I thought the whole series was gonna be.
That one was mad
I
fucked up.
thought
I
it was
didn't
gonna
think
be
that
them
was
just
gonna end
boys
that
to
way.
the end of the series. I didn't think they was gonna get killed. off.
I did not think it was
That
gonna go.
was
Yeah,
fucked
I didn't
up.
think it was gonna go down like that. Like I seen the episode and I was like, oh, maybe they solved it. It's about the friends we made along the. Nah, that nigga head blown
Damn,
up.
that definitely blew me.
Nah.
I was thinking like maybe if they all look in each other's eyes at the same time as the countdown ends. Nope.
Game was like, nah, he's dead, bro. He's dead, boss. Hmm. No, 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 no. You're dead, boss. Yeah, you're not that guy, pal. So then what else? The witch hunt. So the witch hunt. First off, this is a really good twist. Very good twist. But I did say when I was watching this on my own, I think I was texting you as I was watching like the last like 2 episodes. Um, and I was literally looking, and I was like, I didn't say it immediately, like when I first saw her, and then they first left the room. But I think at some point they came back, and the camera zoomed in on her. I'm like, nah, throw her body in there. Like, and this is before anybody was really getting banged on. It was like when they
Yeah.
were still trying to figure out what they was gonna do. But I was just like, and I didn't necessarily think that was the solution, right? I just kind of felt like, well, if everybody got to get checked, she got to get checked too. So we might as well start with her. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like. It's not like I knew like it's her. Yeah, I know it's her. No, of course not. Because there's no way you would have known she stabbed herself backwards and she was the dealer and all that other shit. Like I would have never
Like I
known all
wasn't
that
even
shit.
thinking of a solution.
But
I just knew the way the gun toting maniacs was. I knew it was just about to devolve into chaos. I could see it as soon as they said
oh
witch,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh no, niggas got guns, and it's only one witch.
Yeah, I seen Witch Hunt. And as soon as they was like, all right, listen, bro, way this game work is one of y'all the witch. As soon as I
This
heard that,
shit
I
was
was like, oh
crazy.
yeah, I know how this go. He said, "Oh, it's only one of us." Yeah, I
Human
know how this
nature
shit
would say a
go.
lot of niggas are about to die.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, y'all ain't even vote on the niggas without alibis first. Niggas just said, "Nah, look, bro,
Bro,
we
I was
testing
in the room
everybody."
with you. You was torturing me.
Bro, we was next to each other. I did blink. Like, yo, all
I
right,
I
man.
definitely I enjoyed the twist at the end that the Hatter went crazy and his friend had to eventually kill him. I thought the I didn't even think they was friends.
Yeah,
The way they set it up at first, when they first got to the beach, they had the Hatter and they had the military corps, and it seemed like they were at odds. And then I saw the Hatter went to go do his
yeah, I didn't.
game,
Yeah,
and then a dude stepped in frame. So I was like, okay, they're finna smoke the Hatter during this game. And then he came back with a bullet. I'm like, oh yeah, I knew they was gonna kill him, but I didn't think it went down the way it went down. That was fucking crazy.
yeah, yeah. It was that. The thing I did like about that though is that they gradually kind of hinted at it, right? Like they showed you, like, nah, the Hatter ain't the nigga you think he is. Like, cause they showed it when what was it when he seen them bodies in the
I mean, I
trash?
kind of
There was a couple
expected that,
others
honestly. He
like,
said traitors get killed, so I was like, oh,
oh yeah, 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 that. And then, but then even that, like when they told us how that
yeah,
rule came about, and all that shit, and I was just like, okay, see, they handled it like, and that's why I feel like this show is everything Squid Game is, but better because they genuinely handled each character like with
yeah.
the right
They
amount of
tackled
weight.
more
Like they
serious
gave everybody's
subjects.
story the right amount.
Like Squid Games was kind of just all fun and games. Niggas was dying, but it's kind of whimsical. This shit was just all serious from beginning.
Yeah, like it's still social
Yeah,
commentary, obviously, but it's like you said, it's more so like if you want to miss
yeah,
it, you can definitely miss it in Squid. Like if you're trying to miss it, you can. Like in this, it's kind of hard because it's like nigga, this shit right there. Like they keep reminding you. Like it's one of them ones where like like when people are like, oh well, unless they tell me directly, it's a message. This is one of the ones. Just human nature can
and
be
then the
so
end just
destructive.
reinforces that even more when it's not like aliens or God. It just turned out to be people.
Yeah, it's just a wild ass shorty. That was even wild too. Like when they got to the room and then seen all of that, the niggas who was in there and all that. Even the part with the dealers. Like I just liked how they handled literally every part. Like to me, I would argue this
Yeah, I
shit
didn't
is
even
like a
catch
9
that
at
at
least.
first
Like
when
I
she
don't. It's
said,
probably better
"I'm
than
the
that.
dealer." I didn't think she actually had anything to do with the
I
game.
didn't
I
catch
thought
it
she was
either.
just sacrificing herself because that was one of the rules. Like,
I I knew a little bit though, because like it kind of made some stuff. Because I was like, why would
I
her
just
saying that she's a dealer
thought that was
get her
just a
insta
rule
kill?
where the
Insta
dealers
kill, nigga. I'm
couldn't,
talking.
you couldn't be found out as a dealer. But I didn't think she was a dealer. I thought just her saying she was a dealer was enough to get her smoked. So I didn't even catch.
Yeah, so but I did like all that because then again, it even explained those two women and why they did what they did. Like I feel like there really wasn't too many loose ends that they allowed to like shit where it's just like, okay, you built this guy up, now what? Like everything sort of made sense. Like even, don't get me wrong, like even the swordsman guy, that nigga's a bitch,
Yeah,
super
I didn't
bitch, but
jive with
like
his character.
his shit made sense at least. I think what was the other guy?
The fucking straight up
The
crazy
I was
nigga
about to
that
say
was
yeah, I was about to say the crazy Asian.
that nigga was fucking off the beat from beginning to end.
He was wild. He was wild as shit. And then even seeing that what's his name?
Goonie
Aguni was
in
basically trying
check,
to keep
yeah.
that nigga under control. I was like, "Oh, wow. Okay." So, yeah, I the part of the end with the face cards and all that other shit,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was pretty
definitely looking
wild.
forward to seeing.
The woman, that shit was very
She did
unsettling.
seem very happy when we met her for the first time. She was super smiley in the Hatter's room. The
Wait, what?
woman
What are you
at the
talking
end that turned up to be like one of the ones behind it. She was super
about?
giggly, super happy and smiley when we first met the Hatter when they first got to the beach. She just seemed a little bit too happy for the situation.
Wait, what do you mean? She wasn't
She
at the
was one of the
beach?
lieutenants or one of the executives. Why do you think it was such a big deal that she popped up on the screen as one of the controllers?
Oh shit! I didn't even
Why do
catch
you
that,
think they
nigga.
were like
Wait. Oh, oh.
why
I
do you
didn't
think they were
even
making such a big deal
catch
about
that.
her? They were like, so it was her.
I just thought it was because it was a human. Oh, so she
She was
was
one of
one
the
of the niggas
executives.
who
She was in
was.
the room with the Hatter when they first got to the beach.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. It adds a whole nother layer now.
What the fuck? I ain't know that. Damn. I did not know that. Nah, I didn't know that at all. Okay.
Deep.
Okay. Damn. That's different.
Because remember, they were saying
Huh.
the person that set up the laser grid and set up the last game had to have knowledge of the beach and how everything was.
Yeah. I caught all of that. I caught. Oh man, damn. So it did. That shit make even more sense. This shit even better than I thought. Oh man, I gotta get this motherfucker a 10. What the fuck I'm
And give
finna
it
give
nothing
it?
less.
Can't disrespect this shit with no 9.5, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. This shit was thorough. This shit was really thorough. I think it starts. I wouldn't say it starts slow. The first two episodes aren't like once you get to like episode three, which I think is like what the episode three is
Where
the
they die.
episode with
Yeah.
the hide and seek. Yeah, like once you get there, it should turn
I
up
kind
from
of
that
thought
point forward.
that there was.
But
I kind of thought there was like a drop plot
actually, nah, really, episode two
because I was
turns up.
thinking that the girl was gonna
Hmm.
turn the friend with the glasses against them because it seemed like that's what she was trying to do in the hotel room there was on.
Yeah. No, I did think I absolutely
Yeah,
thought that
and
was her
then
whole role.
he said, "No, fuck that," and then he fucking covered her mouth while in her eyes till his friend, get away. I was like, "Damn, you a real one, for real."
Damn sure is. Cause that nigga knew he was
Yeah,
dying either way. Yeah, nah, that one was rough. That one was rough. I got that. I got to tell you, this is
and then the
bad,
game after
skin.
that, where they was on the bus, like the show just keeps telling you that it don't matter who the character is, they gonna die. Like they left the nigga on the bus with
Dog,
the bum leg, and the nigga with the feet's like, "No, you got a family, you gotta escape," and then all the niggas died. The nigga on the bus with a working leg with the bum
yeah,
leg
where
ends up surviving.
that is not, bro. I smooth did not. Wow, I ain't
You
even know that
straight
was Shorty. Nah, because that shit blew my. Because like you said, literally when they said like, oh, the nigga had to have inside knowledge, I just thought it was the dealers, but nah. because the dealers wouldn't know all the shit the executives knew. The dealers ain't have access to that type of shit. They was just regular members
Yeah.
at the beach to everybody else. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Obviously, if you still here, I just spoiled the whole shit for you. But listen, I don't give a fuck if I spoiled it or not. Go watch that shit, dog. This shit is pretty thorough. This shit is as thorough as it
Right.
gets. I don't even know if I want to review Squid Game after this review. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. Squid Game was
Game
cool. It
was
was
fun.
cool.
Squid Game good.
Um, yeah, I think Squid Games was a bit too predictable. That was my issue with it. One and two. Like you said, it was a bit more. Now I didn't watch the dubs for either one. I heard the Squid Game dub was like
It was
everyone sounded like super
comical.
villains,
It
which I
was
thought was
fun.
fucking hilarious. Yeah, like I kept hearing like, bro, the English dub is like nuts. Like, and I was like, all right, well, I'm watching it in Korean, so I wouldn't know. But I also think that probably added to why a lot of people saw it as comical and whimsical as
Because of the
opposed to an
voice acting
actual
for the
commentary.
dub.
But yeah, but I think Squid Game was good too. Like I think these shows are like very I wouldn't say easy, but these shows are like very what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's hard to
Yeah.
miss entirely with this. Right? Like as long as you can get decent games, you're not gonna like full blown miss. Like the worst you can get is like a 7.75. Like I don't think these games can like these shows can be like a 5 out of 10. Like I just don't think it can be that bad unless you just blow it everything. Um but no, I think this one was dope. There were some parts now, and then this is to me the big difference between Squid Game and Alice in Borderland is that Squid Game didn't tie up any of these loose ends. Like they wrote it as if they
Yeah.
needed a second season. You get what I'm saying? Like Alice in Borderland wrote it like if this show ended here, it would be like a disappointment because there was a huge cliffhanger. But at the same time, it's the only thing that was left open. Like you know what I mean? Like they closed mostly every other loop besides this one. Whereas with Squid Game, I mean, you could just go from character to character,
Yeah.
and there's so many loops, right? Like, okay, old boy, don't get on the plane at the end, and he gonna fight
The
back. All right,
criminal
that's that.
organization.
Then you get the yeah, right against $1 billion criminal organization. That like, okay, cool, that might not work, right? And then you got the part with the police officer, right? Like what happened to him? Did he die? What's going on with the front man and all that shit, right? Then you got who else? You got the old dude who I mean, well, nah, they closed that part off. Yeah, so you got those two, you got the close couple, and
The
I'm
old
trying to think what
dude,
else there was.
I didn't see that. I want to say some people were capping saying I saw it
I
coming at a
definitely didn't
certain
see
point,
that
but some
coming.
people were saying they saw it coming from like the beginning. I I saw it
I didn't see it
coming
coming at any
when they
point.
got to the Marvel game and he was running around the streets like, "Oh, this looks like my house," and he was running around and then he actually found his
Yeah,
house. I'm
even
like,
that, none of
"Oh, they
that
just modeled
shit.
this shit after his
Yeah,
childhood house." They just,
after his career, they just happened to be in his
I just had a
town,
feeling once he
huh?
turned the corner and the gunshot went off that he didn't really die. So like I knew at that point that
Yeah,
nah, this shit fishy.
that one, I would argue that was probably the best twist of the show. But then the problem is, I also feel like it was kind of like the least
Yeah.
important one, right? Right, because it's like, okay, he did all that, and then what? He dies and sees that his whole thing was wrong, and then what? Right? Like, I feel like the other twists were like the front man being the cop's brother. That was a better twist, but they didn't do anything with
Yeah,
it, or
we
they didn't
gotta
do too
wait
much with
till
it,
maybe
right? Like,
season 2 to get that solved. Cause what he won the game and then just like
because
this shit kind of cool. I'm gonna rock with it.
I remember thinking the whole time 28 was his brother, like the other worker, I guess. I don't know what they
The
call them.
I don't know the PlayStation controller dudes.
Yeah, controlling niggas. I thought the other, like I thought 28, because he was 29. I thought 28, the dude kept looking out for him was his brother. Like that one made the most sense at me at first, and then I'm like, oh, okay. He looked through the shit, looked through the paperwork, and I actually had to read like online what he looked at, because like I saw that part and I was just like, I don't. This is like, and somebody else said it, and I was dying because I was like, I'm so glad you said it because I feel comfortable saying it now. But then somebody was like, this is the one of the main shows where I watch, and I don't know none of these niggas' names. And niggas was like, is that racist? Somebody was like, yeah, but we gonna let you cook.
It's very nice of them.
And I was just dying because I was like, I ain't gonna hold you. It's fair enough. I remember, like, I think the main nigga was like Ji-yoon, and that was it. That was the
Yeah.
only nigga name I knew. Everybody else, you either getting identified by your
By your
number,
face.
your
Yeah.
job, or what you did. Yeah, what you did. Oh, remember Gangster Man? Gangster guy? Yeah, him. They had the Indian, no, he's Pakistani. The Pakistani dude. You got smart Korean guy who went to college.
I
You know what I'm
think,
saying? Like, it's like, dog, I don't remember y'all
yeah,
names.
okay,
Sang
so I
Woo,
do
I think
remember
was his
him.
name.
Yeah.
Those are the only two niggas. Jiun and Sang Woo. Those are the only niggas I remember. Everybody else, sorry,
It's
dog.
no offense. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Apologies. Even if it is offense, I just won't remember
It's a
it. So,
lot though. It's 457 people in the game.
and each name is two. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Jiun, Sang Woo, Se Byuk, Jun Ho. Like, it's like, dog. Like, I can get the first part right, but I'm gonna fuck up that. Like, listen. It was just a couple of y'all. I could get it. I could figure it out. It's like Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Them names is regular English names, but when it's too many names, it's just like, bro, listen, I don't need to know. You the dude with the sword.
Yeah.
Okay. you the dude with the sword and the loincloth on. That's all I'm gonna remember
You
you
good with
as.
that? I'm good with that.
Loincloth, man. My name is Lee Jung. It's loincloth, it's loincloth, man. I hate to break it to you.
Lloyd Cloth, man.
It's loincloth, nigga. It's just gonna be that.
I mean, at least you can identify me. Damn, okay.
But my problem is, like, what if I wear a
You
hoodie or some
still,
shit one day? He
yeah.
said, just wear the
I'm still gonna
loincloth.
recognize you. I just don't know your name.
What if I nigga got pants on, but he got the loincloth on over top of the pants just to
Lloyd
keep the
Cloth, man,
branding
to the
going?
death of him.
Niggas just like, oh, wait, hold on.
Oh
Is that
shit, Lloyd
loincloth,
Cloth,
man?
man. I ain't seen you in a couple
Yeah, that is
seasons.
him.
What's up?
Oh, shit, man. Hey, man, come on. Come to the front. Come to the front. Yeah, no, hold on. Don't kill me yet. Don't kill me yet. Yeah, come to the front, man. Bro, stop. Don't kill me yet. Damn. Fuck. What are you in a rush for? What's going on, bro? How you been?
Loincloth,
So how
man.
did you recognize? How did
You're
I
Loincloth,
recognize
man.
you?
Come
Come
on, man.
on. Come on. What is this silk, nigga? What is this velvet?
Loincloth, man, bro.
Okay, all right, nah, this designer, nigga. What's this? It's a Balenciaga loincloth. What you got here?
A Balenciaga loincloth.
I'm about to start doing designer loincloths, yo. It's over with. I got the game
Do
on lock.
designer kilts.
Designer kilts. I'm good. But yeah, so I do. With all that being said, there was one more other thing on this list. No dad versus inconsistent dad. We're definitely not touching that today. Um, Interestingly enough, that was one of those topics that like lasted on Twitter for
What
like
did?
2 days and then died immediately. No dad versus
I
inconsistent
didn't.
dad.
You be seeing all these topics. I don't be seeing the
You didn't even
shit
see
these
it.
days. Yeah.
You be seeing some. Yeah, I see. The problem is I follow some women. I wouldn't say it's the problem, but the thing is I follow women, like a good amount of women. So like when some of these conversations are had, like
Mm-hmm.
the niggas don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like the women will chime in. So I see some of them. And the funniest part about that whole thing, again, I'm not gonna actually talk about it, but the funniest part about it was the dude who like started the whole discourse is a battle rapper. And I didn't know this, right? And as I'm seeing it, and I'm like, damn, why they on this nigga head? I clicked through to the page and I'm like, oh shit, I know this nigga. And I was just like, oh damn, they doing you dirt. I was just like, drugs say it ain't so, baby. Why they doing you like this? I'm like, damn. I mean, listen, I disagree with what you said. Like, but damn, dog, they frying you, my nigga. And the crazy thing is, like, it's not even like he went crazy hard. You know what I mean? He was basically just like saying, like, oh, you'd rather have no dad than inconsistent dad? How does that make sense? And niggas fried him. I'm like, damn, I mean, listen, he wrong, in my opinion, but like, it ain't like he was like, man, you bitches should be
I
thankful
just
that,
asked the
nah, he
question. It was it a good question? Not necessarily,
ain't.
but damn.
Not necessarily, but damn. Boy was really asking. The niggas start reading his bio. Yo, you a father of three? Shit, I feel bad for them. I'm like, damn,
You're not
dog.
helping your case here.
damn. No, that's what they were saying to him. Like they looked at his bio, was like, "Oh, you a father of 3? I know what type of parenting them kids." I'm
Damn,
like,
that's bad.
they roasting you up. This is bad, Skip. And I was just like, bro, y'all gave this nigga all this smoke, and his people really earning it, and y'all not doing this. Come on, man. Like, listen, look, I'm only capping a little bit because I know the nigga from battle rap, and it's like, damn, like he was wrong, but come on, bro, like y'all could have just like, yes, it's worse, nigga. Would you rather be in the doo-doo-doo blah blah blah? Like you could have just hit him with that. Like y'all niggas went, a word. I see you got kids, some type of daddy they
They
got.
don't even
You're
know
like,
me. Maybe
damn,
I'm
nigga.
not inconsistent or no dad. Maybe I'm the dad.
So you don't even know if I'm no dad or inconsistent. Like I could be yes dad. I could be the dad
Be
that's
the
always
rich
there.
dad, not the poor dad.
Oh man. But yeah, that is all I got, baby. That is all I got. Anything else you wanna
See, what we got? What we
slide
got?
in
What we
there?
got? Um,
Well, it's nothing
no,
else on the list, but
I'm rolling through
no
the
dad or
Rolodex
anything.
in
I
my
mean,
head.
yeah. Oh, you,
Mental
yeah, your
Rolodex,
mental
yeah.
Rolodex. Yeah, I heard you.
If you listen close enough, you can hear it. Like you can hear the cards fluttering.
He said, "Hold on, I'm still going." He said, "Wait, hold on. I ain't seen that thought in a
Instead of
minute."
a Rolodex, it's like the Price is Right wheel.
He said, "Boo, boo, 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 boo." Nigga, stop. Coochie again.
Word. It's just we already know Smart is P. It's cool. We
Nigga, look at
cool with
him.
it.
Everybody be looking. Oh my god! No, it's not my fault.
Our joke.
It's just that's what it landed on. That nigga, it's your
Okay, I'm
mind.
not responsible for everything that goes in my mind.
He said, "Bro, I'm sure y'all have had thoughts before y'all didn't want there.
Yeah,
Like,
they
come
just be
on, don't do
popping in.
that."
You push it to the side, and we go from there. Damn.
Look, I'm sure you've been in the club once. I'm like, if I farted, will anybody smell it? And then the thought go away, right?
No,
Right?
sometimes you just fart. They're not gonna know it's you.
He said, "Nah, I be letting that shit go. Let it go downwind. See if anybody gets scrapped for it."
But no, I think I'm good. I'm ready to eat.
My fault, OG. All right, well, ladies and gents, and those who don't subscribe to either, it's been another great pod, baby. Phenomenal pod. Appreciate y'all for listening. And we are out of here, baby. For our dip. Joe Biden, you better stop playing
When
with
I
my
did the
student
mirror, it was
loans.
supposed to be cut off right there.
I was supposed to be, but no, hold on. I gotta double back. Nigga, what are you talking about? Bend that corner, hit that K-turn real quick. Joe Biden, I need you to fulfill your promise. You already done reneged on that 2000. You reneged on some of that other shit. You better not renege on them student loans because you not getting this money from me.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get it all right. He gonna get it all right. Yeah, no, matter of fact, you right. You right. He gonna get it for sure. Yeah.
Is this terroristic plot growing?
No, absolutely not. I'm saying he's going to get maybe possibly another term in office. He's going to get the love and respect and adoration that a U.S. president deserves. You better get them students. You better act like you never seen them before, nigga.
Balls double down.